Get 20% off Load Board Pro for 6 months. Need capital to grow your business or cover unexpected expenses? Rock Financial has your back. Whether you're looking for a flexible line of credit, a fast cash advance, or tailored working capital solutions, Rock Financial makes it simple to get funded, often in as little as 24 hours. No hidden fees, an easy application, and real support from people who know the business. Ready to take your hustle to the next level? Tap the link in the description to get started with Rock Financial today. Wish insurance was this easy? With LogRock, it's like magic. Real coverage appears when you need it. No tricks. Get covered now. Click the link in the description.
Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say. Viewer discretion is advised.
Sweet.
What's up? What up? What up? What up? What up? You know what I mean? Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you are in need of insurance, commercial insurance for your semi-truck, box truck, cargo van business, link in the description below for LogRock. LogRock, official sponsor of the channel, up for renewal, looking for a cheaper commercial insurance alternative this next go around. Make sure you guys click that link in the description below for LogRock, official sponsor of the channel. Come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Good afternoon. Happy Monday, December 29th. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody had a good holiday. Come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Let's get this show on the road. Shout out to David. Who's this? David Stagel. What's going on? Shout out to User YD. Okay. What is he talking about? Box Truck Mitch. 700 a night Amazon contract. I don't know what that is. Shout out to Box Truck Mitch. What's good, G? I've been on this Amazon contract, 700, 750 a night. It ends the 3rd. Oh, these are y'all having a conversation. All right. Shout out to Dub G. What's going on? Shout out to Freight Hustles LLC. Man, I have so much footage to go back and review. Your videos are so informative, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Shout out to Slick Turbo in the building. Shout out to D-Block. D-Block says, I learned a lot from you before I got in the game of Final Mile. Now I would know how to repay you for all the knowledge. We appreciate you here in North Carolina. Appreciate you too, man. Just repay me by hitting the like button. That's all. Just hit the like button. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Is D-Walk. Shout out to the MGM gang members. Shout out to User Z57, Diesel Bully. Shout out to Pippi. Shout out to the moderators in the building. Hey, Pippi, when do I get rid of all this Christmas shit? When do I take the Christmas shit down? Is it now is the time, or should I wait, or should I wait for the plants to die? Like, when do I go back to the when can I go back to the old set? I'm about tired of this Christmas set. How much longer do I need to have this Christmas set up? I'm ready to go back to the old set. Let me know. 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 Who else we got? Shout out to 5 Star. I see y'all going back and forth about some Amazon stuff. Shout out to Moving Company Hustle in the building. Junior Chosen. My respect, Sir Mark. Blessings to all members. Shout out to Junior Chosen. Shout out to the MGM members. Shout out to Edie in the building. Shout out to Sage in the building. Y'all still going back and forth about Amazon. Shout out to Box Truck Tone in the building. Shout out to Mitchell Lawrence, says, love your videos. Appreciate you. Leaders and Readers 1. Shout out to you. You said after the new year. Okay, Leader and Reader said after the new year. Pippi said after the new year. Shout out to Frank Sinatra in the building. What's up? Shout out to Jabari. What up? Shout out to Rich in Chicago. Shout out to everybody representing. All right, bet. Let's get started, man. All right. We do this every year. All right. So let me tell you this. Let me give you the disclaimer, because the new people, listen, over here, we not like everybody else. We don't do the traditional get your LLC. We don't do that. We don't do generic content, right? We don't do entry-level content. All right. Because certain things we just expect you should already know. We just expect you to know this shit already. So over here, it's kind of like more edgy, rough, rugged, and raw. And when y'all new people come here the first time, y'all just get thrown back and, oh, I don't like that guy. And da da da. I get it. I get it. So this video of it's now the right time, it's not probably going to be what you expecting to hear. It's not going to be what you expecting to hear. What I'm going to tell you is not even, I don't even think it's going to be really pertaining specifically just straight to box truck. It's just business knowledge in general. Like you can apply this to any business as far as what we're talking about is now the right time going into 2026. So what I would advise you to do if you're a new person who's watching the channel for the first time, just give it a chance, listen to everything, and don't judge based off how you feel. Judge off of logic. A lot of people get into situations when it comes into this business or just business in general based on how they feel. I dropped a clip yesterday of a call that was probably for about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago of a guy. I never went back and watched that replay of that live stream. So yesterday when I was clipping that live stream up, or whenever I clipped it up last week and scheduled it to come out yesterday, I was actually going through it and I just sat there and just listened to it because I remember talking to that guy. So I was kind of curious to go back and re-listen to just hear what he said. I know I advised him right the first time and he didn't listen. And then everything that I told him was going to happen came into fruition. So when I had to hear it, when he came back up a few weeks ago, it was just that should just be painful to my ears. So a lot of the decisions that he made was based off emotions and feelings. And you notice that every time somebody come up here with this shit, I always pick out those words, feel, and it seems like, and I hope, and I wish. I always highlight, see, that's hope, that's wish, that's you feel. I do that purposely because I'm trying to show you, you doing everything off your emotions. And this is why you in the situation that you in. None of it is logic. So when I say certain things, it triggers a lot of novice entrepreneurs. It triggers a lot of people that's in their feelings. Like I did a live stream last week as it was pertaining to women and final mile and moving. And I already knew the women was going to get triggered because they emotional. Everything was their feelings. They didn't look at the logic of it. You got guys, man, you can't do that. The math ain't math. To see me, I'm looking at the math. When you're telling me these things and I'm telling you you're going to fail, you think I'm a negative Nancy or doom and gloom guy, or like you guys say, you're a hater. And I'm like, how the fuck am I hating on you when you have nothing? And when I say nothing, it's not like I'm shitting on you. I'm just saying you don't have anything. You don't have what you need. I have it. How can I hate on you when what you need, I have it? So it's not a hate. I'm telling you what it is because I'm running the numbers in my head. I don't do anything off of feeling. When you tell me something, I don't even know who you are. I don't know you in real life. I didn't ask you for anything. So when you tell me something, I tell you you're going to fail, it's because the numbers ain't adding up. The numbers got to add up. When I tell you you're going to fail, it's not because I feel a certain type of way. It's because the numbers. And this is why 100% of the time, people have to come back with their tail tucked and be like, damn. And notice it never takes a long time. It don't take a year. It don't take 6 months. It take about 3 months, 2 months, a few weeks. It don't take long. This business will chew you up and spit you out quick. It chews people up and spits them out quick that are obviously undercapitalized. It chews people up and spits people out quick. They got capital. They got resources. It don't take long. It don't take long. This is why you have to come into this industry, any business, thinking logically, not with your feelings. All right. So that's your disclaimer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Most people that come into this industry are going to fail. Not because I'm telling you. It's one, we're going off historical data, statistics, the data, right? And then with me doing this content going on almost 4 years and speaking to people that are coming into business in this industry, I see the same pattern over and over again. And history is going to continue to repeat itself. For what reasons, I don't know, because I would never take my money that I worked for or earned or however you get it and do something and not give it my all. Not give it my all and not make sure that I'm doing the math, right? Not make sure that I know my numbers, make sure I know my costs. That's crazy to me that people just refuse to do it. Like, the business is not like, it's not like gonna like manage itself. Just because you got a business doesn't mean you're gonna be rich. Just because you got a business don't mean it's gonna succeed. No. There has to be a brain that's steering the business. And if you don't have a brain, or you refuse to educate yourself, or refuse to be disciplined enough to sit down and understand numbers and do your numbers consistently day in and day out to ensure that you're profitable, then you're going to get the results that you see 90% of the people that come into this industry get. So now we can go get into it. Is now a good time to start a box truck business, or should you wait till the market improves? Most people, when they ask me that, when they call up on these shows and they ask me that question, man, you think I should start a box truck now? You think I should wait till the market gets better? I'm processing shit. People that watch me long enough know I process everything. I may be making funny faces. I may be doing the satire and the theatrics to entertain the audience and shit like that. But anybody that's watching me, I'm listening to everything. I'm processing. I'm just waiting for the right time. You know what I'm saying? To go on. I'm doing the numbers in my head. I'm listening. When a person tells me that, first thing I know is they're a novice. They're a novice when it comes to business if they're asking me that question. All right? They're a novice when they ask me that question. The market isn't booming right now. Rates aren't high. Rates aren't at their peak. Demand isn't what it was in 2020, 2021, so on and so forth. But that does not mean that it's not a good time to start. What that means is just it's a bad time to start wrong. The best time to start any business is when the cost of entry is the lowest. People that follow trends, like a lot of people that followed trends during the pandemic, that came in during the pandemic, majority of them people failed. Majority of them, over 90% failed following the trend. Not understanding what they invested in, not understanding business, just following the trend. Came in high cost of entry, very high cost of entry, not prepared for the bubble to burst, not understanding that they were investing into a bubble. Just none of that shit. They just were ignorant people. And that's just most people. Most people invest ignorantly. All right? It's just what it is. When you this market is not guaranteed. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Nothing in business, nothing in life is guaranteed. A big piece of success when starting a business is timing. I actually talked about timing Saturday. All right. I did a lecture Saturday. It's a members only now. Right. I attribute a lot of my early success in moving in Final Mile to timing. Right. I came in during an economic downturn. I came in 2010. Market was bad. Really bad. Everybody was losing their homes. Unbeknownst to me at the time, it was the right time. I could tell you that now confidently. Why? People were losing their homes. It was a great opportunity to start a moving company and a storage company. Storage companies were booming. Moving companies were booming. Just because a person was losing their home, they still had to pay movers. A lot of people borrowed from their parents. But moving was popping. And then as the market corrected itself and things got better, as time went on in the 2010s, people started buying again. So that the 2010s was just a great time to be in the moving and storage industry. So in business, there's always an opportunity. When people are doing bad, that doesn't mean that there's not an opportunity there. Sometimes sometimes and this is going to sound fucked up. That's why I'm telling you. It's why I gave the disclaimer earlier. Sometimes the best opportunities are taking advantage of other people's downfall. Now, it sounds crazy. But when a multitude of people are losing homes, great opportunity. It sucks, but the timing was right. I lived through it. I built through it. I remember I told this story before. I remember moving a lady from a penthouse in the West Loop to a 4th floor walk up on top of a corner store. This is a white lady in a predominantly Puerto Rican neighborhood in Humboldt Park. And I swear to you, on everything I love, the last item I brought into that lady's house, she broke down and started crying. She paid me. And she said, "You saw where you moved me from. This is life for me now. I lost everything in this housing market crash. I still got paid though." She was going through an economic downturn, foreclosure, all that. But I still had to get paid. And there was a lot of jobs like that during that time period. It was a great time to be in the moving and the storage business. Timing. Same thing with Final Mile. I talked about this Saturday, but I'm just giving you an example of timing as it pertains to it's now the right time to start a box truck business. Timing. Final Mile, mid 2013. Already moving company, successful, 3 years in. Final Mile opportunity presents itself. This is during the organic rise of e-commerce. This is back before your big trucking companies were in Final Mile. Final Mile was shunned upon by big trucking companies. They didn't touch it. All your big trucking companies are in Final Mile. Now they weren't in Final Mile then. Why? For 2 reasons. One, it's the most expensive leg of trucking. And 2, it's the most riskiest. So it's the most expensive and it's the riskiest. Why? Because you're crossing the threshold. Majority of Final Mile companies were private. And this is when the opportunity was really, really good because e-commerce was steady growing organically. Not like during the pandemic when people had money, organically growing. So it was like the wild, wild west. Similar to how like things were during the pandemic, it was like the wild, wild west then. But from an organic perspective, you could get away with anything back then. I literally would onboard 2 guys. Onboard, obviously myself, the owner would have to do a background drug test. I would onboard 2 guys, but they would always need more trucks. I never onboarded a background check nobody else. They would say, because they would need more trucks and more people when they called, not tomorrow. Like, yo, you got an extra truck? You got more people? Because it was just booming and they just didn't have the resources because this was just the evolution, just the organic growth of e-commerce. And they just couldn't keep up with it. So they just wanted bodies. You couldn't get away with that now, right? So what I'm doing now is I'm putting you in a time frame of how timing worked for me. None of this would work today. It's just like any other market, stock market, crypto market, housing market. Timing. I'm breaking down timing. We're talking about it's now a good time to start a box truck business. It was a better time to buy a home in 2009 or 2010 or 2011 or 2012 than it is today. Why? Because you got a chance to take advantage of somebody else's downfall. It sounds fucked up. People that bought property 2009, 2010, 2011 were buying foreclosures at a fraction of the cost. Somebody literally just lost his house or this building a year, 2, 3, 4 years ago. And now you're getting it for dirt cheap. That was an opportunity that you'll never see again. It was somebody else's unfortunate situation that somebody else was able to capitalize on. Timing. Those people that had capital and cash on hand during that economic collapse are up and away today. Other markets, stock market, Netflix, let's take Netflix. I think it was like $2.50, $3 around 07, 08. Look at it today. Just went through a split. Timing. It's all about timing. A big part of business is timing. Timing plays an important role when it comes to business. It can ultimately give you good positioning in the marketplace. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm comparing different markets. I'm using myself. I'm using other markets. We're talking about positioning right now. When others are fearful, you should be greedy. And when people are greedy, you should be fearful. People are fearful right now. Now is the time to be greedy. You watch my channel since the beginning. What we're going through right now, I've been hoping for this. And people were mad at me. Mark, why would you want it to get bad? These are people who don't understand business. These aren't investors. These aren't business people. When in 2023 and 2022, when last year, when I said, man, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse, man. I'm hoping for it. I'm praying for it. All the time I'm hoping, I'm preparing for it. I'm positioning myself for it. Why? Because the opportunity, I'm looking forward to the opportunity because I understand how to make money. I want to buy assets low and sell high. Why would I want to buy shit high? This is when I'm selling. When you're following the trend, I'm finna use some graphic words. When you're dick riding and following trends, I'm the person that's selling it to you, laughing at you. I did the same thing to people during the pandemic. When you're following trends because you don't understand the way shit works, I'm going to be the guy selling it to you. You're going to think I'm a fool for selling it to you because you're hearing right now is, oh man, we got to do this. We got to do that. Everybody doing this. And you're going to think I'm fucked up, man. He just sold me this. No, I'm not fucked up. I've been made my money. This shit that I'm selling to you for $100, I bought for 50 cents. I got in early. This shit I'm selling to you for $100, I bought for $1. I'm just using numbers, generic numbers, so you can understand what I'm talking about. It's positioning. When people are greedy, you should be fearful. When people are fearful, you should be greedy. Everybody's fearful right now. Nobody has money. People are fucked up out here in these streets. We've been hoping for this. We've been praying for this. We've been preparing for this. It's going to get worse. And as it gets worse, we'll continue to buy assets at a fraction of the cost. When things turn around, we'll sell it to dumb money. And these are real terms of not, so this is investor talk. These are real terms. You got smart money, you got dumb money. We sell the dumb money that follow hype and trends. We talking positioning right now. I told you at the beginning, if you're new to the channel, you don't get like generic, generic talk over here. We have real business conversations. We use real business terminology. Write some of this shit down and go look it up if you don't understand. Now, for the people that listen to people who aren't really business people and they say, man, we're going to wait, because you hear this a lot, man, we should wait. We're going to wait to the rates go up and we're gonna wait till the market improves and things get better. That's like a half true type of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a half true type of thing. Because let me tell you, let's do a comparison analysis of coming into the box truck business now versus waiting till later. Truck prices, right? Let's talk about truck prices. Right now, you can get a truck dirt cheap. If you wait and the market starts to increase, the prices of trucks are going to increase with it. So now you're going to have a higher cost of entry for the truck. Rentals. Availability now, discounts now. Why? Because there's not a demand in the marketplace to come into the industry. So you'll be able to get a rental truck if that's the way you have to start, way cheaper than you could when there's a demand. Even when in a normal market with renting a truck with seasonality, now is a great time versus, let's say, June or July, right? So in an overall perspective, as far as the economy is concerned, as it pertains to people entering into the industry or not, now is a better time than if you see a trend when the economy gets better and people start coming in, more people start coming in, they see more requests for rentals, then yes, the price is going to go up, which is going to give you a higher cost of entry. Insurance. It can spike when crowds enter. Competition. There's more competition now because demand is down, but if the economy gets better and more people come in, more competition. The learning curve, very important. Right now, if you come in with capital, or even if you don't come in with capital, you come in undercapitalized and you come in with a rental, let's say, which I don't recommend, but the learning curve is a little bit more forgiving. You can learn a little bit more quietly versus coming in a market where there's a lot of people coming in because it's hype around it. The economy is thriving, it's booming, and you got to learn under pressure. You're under pressure either way, but right now it's less pressure because it's less competition than when more people are coming in because they're following trends and the economy is booming and rates are going up. Advantage. You got more of advantage now because you can prepare. If you can survive this, then obviously when the market gets better, it'll be like a bonus. If you're able to survive and profit in this market, when things slowly start to get better, it'll be like a bonus for you and you'll already be in position. The people that came in during the pandemic were chasing. They never got a chance to learn. Most of them were ignorant. Majority of them were ignorant. Why? Because they came in like there's no way on God's green earth understanding business what I have did that. Not from a buying. Like I definitely wouldn't have bought a truck during the pandemic. I definitely wouldn't have did that. But those people came in chasing automatically because the rates were good. They came in chasing. They never had time to learn. They never had time to put systems in place because things were just good. They immediately came into something that was a bubble, and majority of them fell into that euphoria of what was going on at that particular time. I get it. Most people would have fallen a victim to the euphoria of what was going on at that time, but still business at the end of the day. That wasn't going to last forever. The person that comes in now versus a person that's coming in during a time period like that, these people are immediately when they come in, they got to get to it. They got to be sharp or they got to get sharp. People that came in then, they were naive. They just came into money. You could be stupid and come in 2020, 2021. That's why a lot of people were succeeding. They didn't know what they was doing. They wasn't doing their numbers. They wasn't doing nothing. Majority of those people, I'm keeping it a buck. They was stupid. You could be a dummy and succeed during that time period because the rates were just so exorbitant. The rates exceeded your cost in most cases. Even with those high rental costs, even with people buying them high-ass box trucks, they still were able to come out ahead because the rates were that high. And they thought that shit was normal. Fools. Waiting ain't going, like waiting to come into this for a better market, especially if you're waiting for like something comparable to 2020, 2021, you're going to be waiting probably for the rest of your life, right? But it doesn't guarantee success. Why? Because we saw people that came in during that time period and majority of them are gone. What goes up must come down. So you come in an inflated market with a high cost of entry, it's only a matter of time that we're going to have some type of economic collapse. Just like when you come into this business, it's only a matter of time that your truck going to break down. It's going to happen. It's not a if, it's a when. The economy is not like I keep telling y'all, I'm different from a lot of y'all other favorite people. I'm probably one of the oldest people in this space. Vic is older than me, but he's new still. He's only 5 years in. This ain't a knock. I'm just telling you the truth. I had to use his name because he's older than me. But the oldest, as far as experience, is me. So I'm telling you, as a 45-year-old person that's been in business a long time, that's lived life 45 years, I can tell you about a bunch of economic downturns. And I'm telling you this to tell you that nothing lasts forever. You're not going to see happy days. Eventually, it's going to be a cloud. And those clouds, let me tell you something about economic downturns. They last longer than the good days. They last longer than the good days. That's why when you are having good days, you are having your run, like I tell you, you have to take notice. Yo, this is my run. It's just like playing blackjack. I always use the blackjack scenario. You could be sitting at a blackjack table for an hour and you losing or you back and forth, and then next thing you know, new shoe starts. She deal you 520 straight out the back. Six hand is a 21. Now you just won 6 hands in a row. You should have been increasing your bet. Why? This is your run. This is what you've been waiting for. You need to get the money now and get the fuck gone. You don't want to be the person who's betting $25 on the $25 table every hand and you win every hand in that one shoe. And then when you realize the next shoe, it goes back and forth, for you losing, you realize you just won every hand the last shoe and you didn't increase your bet. You didn't recognize your run. You wasting time. Business. You got to recognize when it's your time. You got to recognize when things are working out and you have to do what you're supposed to do. Allocate the money appropriate the money appropriately and prepare for the downturn that's coming. You don't know when, you don't know why. 2020 was a pandemic. 2008 it was a goddammit housing market. 2001 it was the 9/11. Everything crashed. We had Reaganomics in the 80s. The interest rates in the 80s were 2-3 times what they are now. It's just the cost of living was lower. So even though rates were fucking 16%, the boomers were still able to get rich from working and investing because their earnings and that cost of living gap wasn't like it is now. And homes were way cheaper. There's always something that's going to affect the economy. And if you think it's going to be smooth sailing forever, then you're crazy. You got to prepare for it. You got to prepare for it. Why starting now makes strategic sense? You get to test before you invest. For those guys that are undercapitalized, which is going to be most people, listen, when I tell people to be, make sure you got capital, I know most people ain't got the capital. I know most people aren't going to put in the legwork to ensure they have a better fighting chance of getting the capital. I already know this. I already know people are going to come in more people are going to come in undercapitalized than not. I'm not going to tell you to do that. I'm still going to tell you the right way, right? Which I do, but I know a majority of people are going to come in undercapitalized. So those people that are coming in undercapitalized that are renting trucks, you get to test the market before investing. You can build relationships now. It's easier to build relationships now than it'll ever be when things are booming. When things are booming, everybody's busy. People may not have that time to put aside to talk to you on building or building a relationship. Everybody's busy. During the pandemic, everybody was busy. Now is the time. You can get a person on the phone. You can get a meet with a person. You can get some FaceTime with a person now. Now is the time to learn systems while it's quiet. Now is the time, like I was saying a few minutes ago, to position yourself before demand picks up. It's all about positioning. It's all about positioning. This whole live stream, since I've been talking, is about positioning. Now is the best time to position yourself. Just because the rates aren't what you want them to be or what you expect them to be doesn't mean that now is not the right time. Now is a better time than ever. I would rather come into an industry during a downturn than an upswing. Because I'm going to come in, I'm going to dominate in the downturn. I'm going to understand what I'm investing in to make sure I got a fighting chance, because I know it may be a little bit tough because of the economy. But I'm going to make sure I give myself a fighting chance. I'm going to win because I know I know when things turn around, we already in position. We already in position. It's just like buying a stock early on. It's just like an individual who bought Netflix back in 07, 08. If they looked at the mission statement of the company, they understood the company, they understood where technology was going, they believed in the product, they bought shares at $2.50 and $3. And they held on. And now those are the people that are, a few $1,000 investment, depending on how many shares, it's turned into millions and millions of dollars. Or like an individual who invested into Bitcoin. And they bought it. And everybody else was saying, no, man, this ain't, what is this? Like, what is this? And remember back in the day, Bitcoin was hard to acquire. It was not like Coinbase didn't exist. Robinhood didn't exist. You couldn't buy them, these assets like how you can buy them now. You had to go to a place that had a machine and do all this extra shit. But the people who went out of their way back in those early days to acquire Bitcoin before it was $100, when it was just in the teens and when it was in the single digit dollars, those are the people that still hold on to Bitcoin today that are uber rich. A lot of those wallets are lost. A lot of people that were investing in, they don't even have their keys anymore. There's billions of dollars in Bitcoin from early investors that are lost because people either don't have the keys, they don't know where the laptop is, they don't remember the keys. Billions of dollars of Bitcoin are lost. But the point is, there are people that were investing very early on back then that are uber duper rich today. Timing. You enter at low cost, you scale high demand. A lot of people came in during the pandemic, and when things were going really, they obviously came in, things were going really good, and they immediately thought scale. Every single person that I saw scale during the pandemic, from just me looking at content and talking to people that came in during the pandemic, they failed at scale. The people who scaled successfully during the pandemic were people that already had systems in place. Why would you scale at a high cost? Why? The market is going to come down. The market is going to correct itself. This is why you want to be in position when things go up. This is why people are greedy. You should be fearful. And when people are fearful, you should be greedy. You invest when the cost of entry is low, and you build systems, you perfect systems. And as things go up, you make more money, and you grow, and you grow, and you grow. Now, when things are good, you're already in position. All this shit is just extra to you. Why? Because you was getting money down here. You figured out how to get money down here. All this shit is just extra to you. Most people do the opposite. And I just don't, listen, I don't understand why, bro. Like, to me, I don't know, maybe because I'm just been doing this shit for a long time. I don't know, bro. But to me, this shit seems like common sense. Maybe not the when people are greedy, you should be fearful. When people are fearful, you should be greedy. Maybe not that so much. But the whole concept of buy for $1, sell for $2, to me, that's pretty much cut and dry. Like, I don't understand why people don't understand that. Buy for $1, sell for $2. I don't understand why people don't understand when I say there's no such thing as cheap freight, and why when I say, yo, I want things to continue to go in a downward trajectory. Like, anybody that gets mad at that, to me, you're just not a good business person. You don't understand business. So sometimes I just be sitting, just listening. I listen to a person, I just know it in my ear, you're gonna fail. You don't understand business. And this is why you get crushed by competition. Because you refuse to understand the way business works. You refuse it. Pros. A good thing about starting now is, you know, the market conditions are going, these are the cheapest market conditions you'll see before recovery. Now, when is recovery coming? Let me talk a little bit about that. Because if you've been following me, I've always done my freight waves. You know, I step on their neck because I say, y'all keep listening to freight waves. Freight waves said in 2023. What did I say? I said no. Freight waves said in 2024 it's going to get better. Second quarter 2024. You've been watching me. You remember I did all these last year. I said no, it's not. Freightway said 2025, second, third quarter is going to get better. I said, no, it's not. We almost in 2026. I'm going to tell you when it's going to get better. When the market fully collapses, when we hit the bottom. Why? Because right now you're just going through suppression. You're being propped up and it's worse. We have to hit the bottom. We have to have a reset. We have to. If you want things to get better, it has to get worse. We have to have a full reset. Economically. This is bigger. This issue right now is bigger than trucking. It's not just about trucking. We need a full economic reset if you want things to get better. Trucking ain't the only industry that's fucked up right now. You look at the housing industry. People can't afford homes. You got a husband and wife incomes, two incomes coming in, can't even afford to start a home. They're contemplating 50-year mortgages. How insane is that? How do you correct this? It's not going to correct on its own. Jerome Powell and the Fed have been trying to prop this thing up and make it better. No. History, we need to see the bottom. It's going to crush some people. Sure. But if you want brighter days, it has to get worse. And we haven't seen the worst. Now, somebody's listening and they're like, why would you want it to be worse? That's a person. And if you're watching me, then you're interested in business. And if you're getting upset with me saying, yo, we got to see the bottom, and it's upsetting you because maybe you're struggling now and it's tough now. So in your mind, like, if it gets any worse, unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you understand, if you go back and you look at historical data, in order for things to get better, we have to see the bottom. Once we see the bottom, there's only one way for things to go. Why? Because this is when smart money starts infusing money into the economy. The people that have money, that 1%, they're the biggest spenders. You want cheaper houses? The market has to crash. You want things to go up? The market has to crash. Market crashed in 2020. Whatever day that was when they shut everything down, market crashed. That was the last full crash we seen. There's only one way for things to go, up. Market crashed in 08, 09. Lasted a few years, right? People were losing their homes. And then what happened? People started buying those properties for dirt cheap and they started putting tenants in them. Money was coming in and went up. 2018 was a great year. 2018 probably was the height of the recovery from what had happened in 08 organically. So you want recovery, you got to see pain. You don't see recovery without pain. You don't see recovery without pain. So, like I've been telling people on this channel, we understand this. I've been helping people to understand this for the course of the last 3.5 years. We've been looking forward to this. We've been hoping for. These are the things we hope for. But we're not tripping on it because we were prepared for it, because it's a cycle. So technically, we don't have to hope for it because what's known don't need to be explained. It's a cycle. It's just like when things are at the top. You know what's a good indicator on the top when things are going good, and a good indicator when it's time to get out of something, divest and get the fuck gone, is when you see people who you know ain't business people, ain't investors, talking about shit like that. When you see Fo and them, when you see Man and them talking about starting a box truck business like you did during the pandemic, when you see Fo and them, when you see Man and them talking about, man, you know, I just bought some weed stocks. Yo, I'm into this crypto shit. That's an indicator, yo, we at the top. Why? Because these are people who ain't really in tune with this type of stuff. So that means it's becoming a popular trend. And this is an indicator that we're at the top and that this shit is about to start crashing. I just gave you some gems right there. That's how you can tell when people, you ain't never heard this motherfucker talk about investing or nothing ever. And it's like, this motherfucker talking about getting high all the time, talking about lean, talking about, you know, baby mama drama, all this goofball shit that don't amount to shit. But then once you hear a motherfucker like that start to talk about, yeah, man, you know, I'm finna get into these weed stocks, and man, I'm thinking about, I'm gonna probably start me a box truck business. And they start to talk about things that's just not normal, man. And then you see other people starting to talk about it, and you start to see it on your timeline, and then you start to see influencers getting paid to talk about shit that don't fit in their niche, crypto and stocks and box truck business. You saw BMK talk about box truck business back then. You saw what's the dude who shoot the guns talk about box truck. This dude switched his whole niche to come into box trucking for that short period of time. You see streamers or whatever promoting crypto. These are indicators that the industry is at a peak and it's about to come crashing down. Because when we get to the top, there's only one way for it to go. You gotta start going downward. The top don't last forever. The top don't last forever. Now is a great time to come in, to learn, to build relationships, but it's going to require discipline. This is the con, and it's really not a con, but I see it's a con to a lot of people. I don't understand why. I don't understand why it's hard to be disciplined. I really don't. Like the more I talk to people, the more I'm starting to get confused, to be honest with you. Like people start business to make money and you do everything in your power not to make money. This shit crazy to me. Another con, no emotional decision making. 99% of the people that I talk to are emotional. And you see me point it out every time I get on the call. They say things that are emotionally driven. You in your feelings. Business don't got feelings. It's about numbers. Numbers don't have feelings. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what it seemed like. I don't care what you wish. I don't care what you thought. I don't care what your favorite person told you. The numbers ain't making sense, bro. And what do we know? What have we learned? 98% of the people don't do the numbers. I don't care what you thought. What the numbers say? What do the numbers dictate? So if you wait, if that's what you want to do, cool. You're just going to spend more money to come in. You're going to enter at a higher cost. You're going to learn during a time when the early adopters or the people that came in when people were fearful are earning. And you're coming in during a trend, and what we're looking for now is the top. Because you come in here, and this is the top. It's going down from there. The key is to come in down here and ride it all the way up. And then when the trend starts to trending, if you plan on staying, like if you ain't made your money yet, or you ain't made enough money to divest and sell, you haven't appropriated money or whatever the case may be, and you want to continue to remain in, then you should have been allocating money the whole time. And what you're doing is you preparing for what's about to come. Once you hit that top, we don't know what it's going to be. There's indicators to tell you, though. I just gave you one of them. It's just like last year. I used this for an example. When I did the investment club, people keep wanting me to do this investment club again. And I know why. Because I made the call. People didn't believe me. What did I say? I said, yo, this don't feel right. I said, it don't feel right. The cycle is not going the way it normally goes. My hunch was to divest everything in that experiment that we were doing and take the money and exit. And here we are a year and a half later, and it still hasn't recovered. Now, a lot of the famous influencers in that space were saying there was going to be a second wave during election. We didn't see it. Election was November 2024. It's December 2025. We exited March of 2024. It was too trendy. Things were moving and were overvalued that had no use case, that had no utility. Why is this that has no utility? Why are people pumping money into something that has no use case? That's an indicator for me that we're at the top. Why? Because this is stupid. Anything that's stupid means it's time to get the money and get the fuck gone. This is dumb. It has no use case. People are investing into something that has absolutely no utility whatsoever. Why? Can't explain why, because it doesn't make sense. Let me get my money and get the fuck up out of here. Sure enough, I was right. Hasn't recovered. That's a trick that only a seasoned, serious investor understands. I'm looking at indicators. 2020. Fucking CCIV, NEO, Plug Power. Fucking Lucid didn't even have a vehicle on the road yet. Why is it almost $70 fucking dollars a share? Oh, what? They finna do what on Monday? All right, you know what? Let me go ahead and sell. I ain't finna wait to see that shit. Sure enough, Monday, that shit come crashing down. I came in at 18. Shit was 58. I'm gone. I don't need to wait to see. Well, they said it's going to go to 100 Monday with the SPAC merger. Well, you know what? I bought in at 18. I bought 1,000 shares for $18. It's $58. I made a lot of money. I could wait till Monday and be greedy. Well, I could take this money now, SPAC, buy the rumor, sell the news. I'm out. Sure enough, Monday came. That shit started going down. You got other things that are overvalued. Why? Oh, workhorses. The United States Postal Service is going to get the workhorse contract. They're going to get workhorse, and they're going to build all the vans, the electric vans for the United States Postal Service. Everybody's building up the hype. for Workhorse to get the contract. Guess what? Workhorse didn't get the contract. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Bought the rumor, not waiting around to see if they get it. Bought in for $3, $4, sold at 38. I think it went to like 50. I'm not going to sit around and wait. And guess what? They didn't get it. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Too much hype around it. So this works in every market, every industry. You got to know how to move. And an idiot is going to think when you make decisions, you're making them for the wrong reasons. They're going to think you're stupid. I like that. Because while you're thinking I'm stupid, really, I know you're stupid because I've been in this shit. My money has been made a long time ago. It's just like during the pandemic when I started to divest. You know what people thought? Oh, man, you failing. How the fuck am I failing? I've been doing this shit since 2010. You're buying some shit from me that I bought 10 years ago that's been paid for 10 years that we put 100-some thousand, 200,000 miles on for more than I paid for it over a decade ago. Who's the real fool? So while you're thinking that I'm failing, you just bought something from me for more than I paid for it over a decade ago. So who's the real fool? People that follow trends, they think that they're one-upping you, and they don't realize that you're the fool. This is why they're called dumb money. They make dumb decisions. So, for a person who wants to come in, obviously you already know the generic stuff, your LLC, your EIN. Most people we know are going to come in this year with a rental truck, right? Why? Because we know the economy's messed up. We know majority of people that are going to attempt it this year, especially around tax time, aren't going to have the resources to purchase a truck. I see we got another one today. That's okay. We're going to hold off, and then we're going to get them together once we finish this. Let me get this together. Let me finish this real quick, and then we're going to have some fun. Just give me a minute. If you decide to rent, make sure it's short term. Make sure you got systems in place. You understand your costs. Very important to understand your costs coming in with a rental truck because you want to transition out of it 6 months to a year. Right now, you want to build a list, especially if you're coming in OTR, right? Brokers that'll deal with you. If you're coming in on the final mile side, you want to build a list of 3 PLs. 3 PLs, furniture, appliances, mattresses. I prefer if you're coming in on the final mile side, don't do appliances first. Appliances are very, 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 very risky. Just harder to, maneuver for a novice. Start with furniture, preferably something like IKEA, or if you can get a mattress contract. It's something safe. If you are doing final mile or like moving, you want to start and you get your dedicated thing. You also want to reach out to other companies, small companies, and you want to come up with a pitch providing a service, like small mom and pop furniture stores, like a lot of Arab-owned furniture stores. Like I had a contract with a company that did powder coating, and we ran routes for them twice out the week. We did pickups one day, drop off the other day, and we got 100% of the revenue. They just didn't have a truck. They didn't want to get into trucking, but they needed a service to pick up wrought iron patio furniture to bring it back to their facility so they could powder coat it, refinish it. People that buy wrought iron patio furniture, it's expensive, and they just, over the years of the, how it deteriorates with the weather, they just powder coat it. So we'd pick it up, bring it, and then the next day we would do drop-offs from things that were picked up, weeks prior. So there's plenty of companies, especially if you're in a large market, that may need some type of solution that you can do throughout the week. It may not be every day, but like that extra money can count. So if you're running a 5-day-a-week contract and then you can schedule that truck to do something like that on a local level a day or two out the week, then that's good. That means that truck is running 7 days a week. Get your billing, your scheduling, your numbers together. Something I talk about a lot over here is numbers. For whatever reason, 98% of you guys don't do your numbers. I don't know, whatever. I don't know any business that you can run successfully and not do your numbers. It is what it is. Let's see what else. Hold on, Troll. I'm gonna get to you in a minute. Just hold your horses, Troll. Hold your horses. We're gonna get to you in a minute. Just be cool. Be cool. We're gonna get to you, Troll. We're gonna get to you because you come in here every blue moon and you troll under a different thing. But give me a second. Let me finish what I'm saying, and I'm gonna have my way with you. Just give me a second. Revenue. When is it time, if you come in with a rental truck, when is it time? A question I get asked, when do you know when it's time to buy a truck? First thing, when you got the money. Second thing is when you already have a customer. When things are flowing, you already have a customer, revenue is flowing, you already have a business to support this cost, this additional cost that you're about to get. The thing with a rental truck, when you come in, you can just turn it back in. When you buy a truck, you got that note, you got to make that payment. All right. So for final mile, obviously make sure you got a customer. Middle mile, make sure that you're good at booking loads and your truck is out continuously and you hitting a certain threshold. I would say the threshold would be an average about $5,000 a week. So you got repeat work. You're not just out here working random, right? Don't do random work. If you got random work, then now is not the time to fully invest. So the truck should come after you have a secure customer, secure customers. All right. So final conclusion. Is now the perfect time or is now the perfect market? No. Is this the cheapest and smartest time to get in? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Is waiting going to raise the cost of entry? Absolutely. As the market gets better, the costs go up. If you're running a rental truck company and right now it's dead, you're going to set your rates to appease people to rent. You're going to start cold calling. You're going to do everything in your power to get some of these trucks moved. When more people are coming in, you're going to slowly raise the cost to make up for the time that you weren't making money, right? You're going to raise the cost with the heightened demand, right? So now is the right time to build and to learn so that when the market does correct itself, and I don't even say correct itself, when the market does turn around, if and when, you've already mastered systems, you figured out how to make it in a tough market, and you're going to scale and grow as the market gets better. Then you're going to understand too, based off listening to me, that eventually you're going to hit a climax. All right. And it's going to come back down. So you have to be appropriating money. You got to be allocating money into the right places, the right investment. So you don't have to be sitting at home or sitting on a truck like this guy in my chat, angry. You don't want to be that type of guy. You don't want to be a bitter person. You want to make the money, invest the money, and allocate the money appropriately. So when things hit that climax and they start to come down, you don't end up bitter. You don't want to be a bitter person in the chat. Now it's cook time. Now we have fun. Now we have fun. Here we go. First, let's do a little hacking. Let's hack real quick. Let me see something. Let's see something. Give me a second here. Give me a second. 1 second here. You know, we got to do our little hack thing like we always do. All right. This page was made today. All right. Let's see here. This page was made literally today. 1 second. Right here. Joined December 29th, 2005. Page was made today. Just to come on here, because he has nothing to do. The lecture is over with. I'm going to open the line, but I just want to have a little fun right now real quick. Give me a second. Hold on. Let's have a little fun. It's New Year's. And I know who the guy is. It's the same guy. He changes. Pippi's going to block him in a minute. She's going to block him in a minute. But hold on. Let me go read through some of this shit. This is a jealous guy. Very jealous, right? And I don't understand why. Like, it's not my fault, bro. It's just not, bro. It's not my fault that it's fucked up for you out here in these streets. It's not my fault. All right. And I get it. It's tough to watch me sit up here and talk this shit. And you've been doing this for 3 years now. And I'm still sitting here. I done redid my set. In a time where everybody else is fucked up, I put money into a new set in a fucked up economy. That's crazy, ain't it? So that hurts you. Y'all thought I was gone. I came back bigger and better. And this is fucking with you. Cause it's like, man, how does he do it? And I keep telling you, the more you watch me, the more your feelings are going to get hurt. It's probably going to do you better to turn off your station so your heart won't just be envious and jealous. I know, bro. I know. It sucks. You probably like my age too. And probably, just said, let him call up, no problem. Let me turn on the call. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go back and read some of these comments too. I love this shit. This is a guy that says, Mark, listen to what he's saying. And the content is out there. Like, I don't understand these guys that are just so poor, bro. Like, stop with this poor shit, bro. You're poor, bro. You're a poor person. And this happens in every niche on social media. You always have. It's just me. I just talk shit back to these motherfuckers. And then I open up the lines. What we're going to do is we're going to open up the line and we're going to drop the link. Because I fuck with the troll back. But you know what we notice about trolls? They never call. Is this the troll? I only want to talk to the troll. Are you the troll?
I've been trucking for 15 years.
Hold on.
I ain't never seen you on a truck. I ain't never seen you on a truck.
Hold on.
I ain't never seen you on a truck. You're not going to disrespect me on your show. You're not going to disrespect me. I've been trucking for 15 years.
Hey, listen, Chop.
I've been trucking for 15 years. I never seen you on a truck. How you going to call yourself a mentor talking about you trucking and stuff? I never seen you in a truck.
All right, so can I talk?
And then you disrespecting me. You call me.
Or you going to hang up?
You call me names on the last show. I let that slide. You call me names on the last show, and then you calling me poor on this one. But like I said, I never seen you on a truck.
Hold on. What I call you on the last show?
This is an AI channel. This is an AI channel. And I'm using this platform to tell all the people in the chat to not be brainwashed by this man. AI is taking over the truck company. All this stuff that he's talking about is outdated information.
I know who you are now.
This man is a YouTube industry plant.
Shut up. You ain't gonna overtalk me, sucker. You talking about you poor. Nigga, you is poor. Nigga, you called a grown man and talking about, man, you call me names. Get your soft ass off my line, sucker. You hearing your voice, you was a sucker. Man, you call me poor, you call me names, nigga, so what? Fuck, nigga, you think you're mad that I called you who makes fake names. The last channel you had was 2 clips. You keep making these fake ass pages and you're mad. You poor, nigga. You was a poor piece of shit. Nigga, you like the scum in between, the grooves in the motherfucking shoe. The shit that gets stuck in between the grooves in the shoe, nigga, that's what I think of you, nigga. Just for calling up here with this whole ass shit, nigga, you's a sucker to me. Fuck is wrong with you, nigga? You's a sucker. I've been trucking for 15 years, nigga. So what? And I've been getting money longer than that. Nigga, never in my life would I call somebody and say, man, you call me names and you just call me poor. You just told on yourself, bro. You emotional. What I told you about a lot of these truckers is emotional, bro. They emotional. You're an emotional creature, bro. I don't even know you. I don't know you, bro. I would never call up to a show, man, you calling me names, man. You calling me names. It's because you in my chat talking mess. You came in the chat last time talking about AI is going to take over trucking. Stop listening to him. AI is going to take over trucking. And then you got this guy in the chat who keeps asking me how I make my money. OTR. Like, you got guys that ask me, man, how are you able to where's your money coming from? Why do y'all be worried about shit? My money comes from where it comes from. See, here we go again. See, hold on. I got to stop crashing out on you. We ain't gonna talk to her right now. She calling, man. Listen. Pippi, did you get rid of Buddy? Don't get rid of Buddy. Did you get rid of him? Did she get rid of him? Tell Buddy to call back up so we can have a conversation. Don't call up here bitching. Nigga, if you want to have a conversation, let's talk. Matter of fact, let's drop the link for him so we can see who he is. See, because you see who I am. See, I'm from the crib, nigga.
The Chicago nigga.
Soft ass voice. I'm like, man, you ain't finna be talking to me like that, man, in the chat. You can't talk to me in the chat like that, man. You called me something to name the other day, and then today you called me poor. Nigga, you is poor. Only a poor motherfucker gonna call up with some suck ass shit like that. A nigga who got motion ain't calling up with no suck ass shit like that. No, he didn't call up Block. He got his number up here, but I'm not calling him back. I don't do shit like that. If he want to call back, he can call back. We can have a little fun. This is fun to me. I've been trucking for 15 years. Sorry. Niggas like him, they get mad because you get your money and you get the fuck gone. Like, I don't understand the envy and jealousy and light-skinned niggas. You could tell he was a light-skinned nigga. And no offense to light-skinned motherfuckers, but you can tell he like the epitome of a light-skinned nigga. You can hear it in his voice. You can hear it in his voice, boy, the epitome of a light-skinned nigga, boy. The number's still up there. The nigga wouldn't even give me a chance to talk. He just called up here bitching. Suck ass nigga. Pippi, you put the link down there, see if we can get him on the line. I've been trucking for 15 years, man. AI is taking over. This nigga still talking about this AI shit. AI is taking over. Stop listening. He's an industry plant. Okay, I'm an industry plant. Who's paying me? Who planted me? I just literally had I'm gonna drop the ball. The people in the Discord know Verizon just offered me a big ass deal. I turned it down. Why? Because it was terms in the contract that I just didn't agree with. One of them was religion. You can't talk about religion. No, if they don't change it, I'm not doing it. So if I was a plant, I would have took that contract. I turned down a bag with Verizon, nigga. because I got integrity. So who's the plant? I'm the most vocal nigga in this space. I say nigga. I call you out your name. I just called you poor. Who's gonna pay my black ass to talk to you the way I talk to you? I'm the most unfiltered motherfucker in this space. What are you talking about? Goofball? Plan who? Who planted me? Who planted me? You got channels out here that don't even show their face. Who planted me? Goofy? And I'm calling you a goofy. You see my face? See, I can call you a goofy and walk out this door and go on about my life and not worry about you because you wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. You wouldn't dare. You the type of motherfucker, if you did see me in public, you gonna do one or two things. If I ran into this goofy motherfucker in public, let me tell you what this goofy motherfucker would do. This goofy motherfucker right here. This nigga who for 2.5, 3 years keep changing his page talking about, man, Mark, AI is taking over. Why are you sending these people off? AI is going to take over trucking. Nah. Let me tell you what this goofy motherfucker right here do. This goofy motherfucker right here. If he saw me in the street today, he going to do one or two things. He going to, when we make eye contact, I'm just look, he going to put his head down. And I'm going to be like, damn, why buddy keep dropping his head when he see me? Like, no buddy or something? He keep dropping his head. Scared to look ass nigga. Or he gonna do something else. Man, Mark. Man, bro, I'm your biggest fan, man. I'm dude 2 clips, man. Then I switch my name to Bach, man. I'm the boo who keep trolling you, man. But I just be playing with you, man. I'm your biggest fan, bro. Man, can I get a picture with you? And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. You know, cause I ain't no sucker. I already know he ain't cut like that. And I dig what it is. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, you want a picture, dog? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come on, dog. Put my arm around him. I'm gonna put my arm around him, let him get his flick. I'm gonna flick it up with him. I'm gonna let him get his flick. Cause that's all he want anyway. That's all he want. I'm gonna let him get this little flick. I'm gonna let him go on about his little business. I might kick him in the ass. I might give him get your bitch ass out of here, nigga. I might give him a kick in the ass. Man, you called me out my name. So? What are you talking about, nigga? Don't come in my chat with that dumbass shit, nigga. Why'd you call me out my name in the chat, man? You're not gonna be calling me out my name in the chat. Shut up. Shut up, nigga. This nigga literally called up here and said, stop calling him names. I can't, listen. I can't believe that shit, bro. That's unbelievable to me that a person who's in the chat, an anonymous person in the chat who has to keep switching names, who believes that AI is going to take over trucking. And I'm like, yo, no, it's not. He's upset with me because he's worried about some shit that if it does happen, it's so far away. He gets upset with me for saying, well, you're not out here. Dude, you're out there in your fucking sea now, bro. And then you call my show and say, man, calling me names. Oh, if that wasn't the most...
Frogs.
That's what that was, bro. That's how I feel like that's what that was, bro. Because I could hear it in your voice, bro.
Frogs.
Like, stop it, bro. Go find you something to do, man. Like, for real, go find you something to play with. Please, man. Soft ass shit. The line open, man. I just don't understand. Like, he had to be a light-skinned nigga, man. He had to be, or like a mixed type nigga. He wasn't no real, he wasn't, because ain't no nigga, I don't know nobody that's gonna call to a show that you trolling in the chat. You in the chat anonymously trolling. We can't see you. You see me. Let me paint the picture for you. You in the chat anonymously trolling. You've been doing this shit for a couple years now. And then you're hurt because I troll you back to the point where you come up here, man, you're calling me names in the chat. You ain't been be calling me names. We don't even know what you look like. So you are in the chat and I beat you. I beat you. You came here to beat me, but I still beat you. Let me tell you something. And I mean this on everything, bro. Listen. You will never beat me with this shit. I'm going to tell you why. And I said it Saturday. I've been talking shit since September 1985. I got 40 years of talking shit. So I don't need to see you to get under your skin. You can't get under my skin. You know why? I'm beyond that point in my life. Life is good. See, when you fucked up in life, this is how your feelings can. You let me get the best of you when you came to get the best of me. And then you came in here and embarrassed yourself. You shouldn't have came up like that. Let me tell you how you should have came up when you called. This is how you should have did it. Man, look, man. You know, I've been watching you, man, but I don't see you out here, man. I'm out here. And then we could have went back and forth, and then I would have still put you in your place, because then I would have just pulled up some videos and shit. But you didn't come that route. This the route you came. Man, you're in the chat, man. I'm in the chat, man. You be calling me names and shit, man. You just call me poor, and I can't just. And y'all niggas, and if the shoe don't fit, don't put it, man. Y'all niggas soft, bro. Y'all niggas soft. Y'all invisible. How you soft and invisibly, dude? You invisible. We don't even see you when you soft. Like, come on, bro. Like, that soft ass shit out of here, man.
Frogs.
Line open, bro. Show soft ass off my motherfucking live, dude. How you invisible and you still get beat? Oh, he back. He back. This nigga is mad at me because he believes that AI is going to take over. No, it's not, bro. No, it's not. Y'all heard him say it, bro. Man, he just keeps telling y'all this shit, but AI is about to take over trucking. Dude, go the fuck on somewhere with that shit. Oh, here you go. Notice he won't talk about the AI. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga, bro? What is wrong with this nigga and this AI? This nigga has been fucking with me about this AI shit, bro. Notice he won't talk about the AI. What is it to talk about, bro? AI ain't finna put no money in a nigga pocket right now. Fuck on somewhere with this shit, bro. Yo, this is the nigga that's y'all competition. Niggas like this. This is who y'all got. Listen, I'm so glad I don't have to like deal with niggas like this. Cause this nigga right here, this nigga is cuckoo. This nigga is like, he's like what you call an obsessed troll, bro. And he's upset because I won't talk about AI. I don't want to talk about AI, bro. Leave me the fuck alone, bro. Before I get on that with you, for real. Like, please, just leave me the fuck alone before I really get on that with you. And you know I'll do it. I've done it before. Please, stop it. Stop with this obsession shit, bro. Because I won't talk about AI. If you in trucking for 15 years and you so worried about AI, maybe you should find a way to transition out of trucking before it takes your job. If you so obsessed with AI and why do you want me to talk about it so bad? Why do I gotta be the person to talk about it? If you so obsessed with AI and the fact that you think it's going to take over trucking, why don't you talk about it? If you've been in trucking for 15 years, why don't you create a channel based solely for AI trucking and how it's going to take over and replace you and replace everybody else? Why I got to be the person to talk about it? This shit is stupid, bro. What's this? Appreciate the super chat. Who's this? Fanny, appreciate the super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you. Goofy ass shit. This how you want to act at the end of the year? You didn't get you no poo-poo for Christmas. You didn't get you no poo-poo, did you? He couldn't have got him no poo-poo. Nigga mad. This nigga still talking this AI shit, bro. That's what they're paying you to do. Who's paying me, bro? Hey, man, the number on the screen, 312-772-5483. You tell me who's paying me, bro. Who's paying me? Tell me. Because I want to know, because I need to go collect. I need to go collect so I can reimburse myself for all the money that I spend. Tell me who's paying me so I can go collect. Who's paying me? He says it's a plant. This nigga's like a retard or something, bro. I just called you another name too. I just called you a retard. This nigga, something wrong with this nigga, man. Listen to how stupid he is. Listen to how stupid he is. Listen how I'm finna prove to you how dumb he is. Listen to how stupid he is. Check this out. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I just seen something. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. And hold on. We working on you in the background too. Sometimes it take a little minute. Give me a second. We working on you in the background. Give me a second. Hold on. Give me a second. I just saw it. Give me 1 second. Western Express backs him as an industry. Western Express? Okay. Why would Western Express back me as an industry plant? Why? Why would Western Express back me as an industry plant? Out of everybody, why Western Express? I don't even have a CDL. Why not XPO or RXO? Why not NAL or T-Force? I talk a lot about dynamics. So why wouldn't T-Force put the money up? Why Western Express? Hold on, he said something. I want to show you. I want to prove to you how stupid this is. He said people like him are what making people leave trucking. I saw that in the comments somewhere. He said that. Okay. Which is not true, but let's say that was true. Wouldn't that be a good thing? I think it's too much capacity in the industry now. So wouldn't people leaving be a good thing? So even if that was the case, that would actually be a good thing. See how stupid you are? Now I just called you another name. I'm just proving that you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. So either you're not in trucking and you're just a troll, or you're just a dumb trucker. Because anybody in their right mind would say, well, hey, back, even if that was the case, that's a good thing. That means less competition. Where did he say that at? He said that somewhere in the chat. I saw it. Nonetheless, now nobody's going to call up Mr. Back because everybody is waiting for you to call up so we can have this back and forth. So call back up from your 425 number. Call back up and rant. We want to hear you rant, or you want to have a conversation. I'm willing to have a conversation. The link is in the chat as well. If you want to call up and hit the link, I'm willing to have a conversation. I'm willing to have a conversation with you. Tell us why AI is going to put you out your job. Tell us why you want me to talk about AI so bad. The man called up, cried about me calling him a name, and then rage quit. He hung up in a rage, in a fit of rage. He hung up. We still waiting on you to call up, man. Can you run it back, Mark? No, I can't. You're going to have to watch the replay. You're going to have to watch the replay. You said Western Express is... Listen, I've never dealt with Western Express a day in my life, bro. We still waiting on you to call up, man. Come on, man. Be brave. Don't call up this time bitching and shit. Call up and talk like you got some sense, man. Call up, man. You can't do this nowhere else. All the other channels you troll, they don't give you this opportunity. They block you. Big Mark let you call up. You can call up. You can hit the link. You can show your face. I want you to show your face. I want you to show your face. I want you to show your face. I want to see if you're really brave. I want you to show your face. This nigga is mad at me because I won't talk about AI. Like this shit is, this the type of shit why motherfuckers stop creating content. Niggas like this. This nigga ain't even got a good argument. Man, why you won't talk about AI? You won't talk about AI? Man, you keep talking about you, but you won't talk about AI though. The fuck? Why do I have to talk about AI? You want me to talk about AI? I made a lot of money off of AI. A lot of it. Ask the people in the members only. Ask Cars and Cribs. Made a lot of money off of AI. People that followed me last year, we made a lot of money off of AI. Now, if they didn't take the money, that's on them, but we made a lot of money off of AI. You want me to talk about the money we made off of AI? While you was in your truck. Which I don't think you in a truck because some of the shit you saying is stupid. Or you just an obsessed fanboy. Frogs. Just called you another name. See, now don't nobody want to call up because everybody hoping you call up, so they keeping the line clear. It's just crazy, bro. This fucking guy, bro. Western Express must have did you dirty. This nigga, Western Express must have did him dirty. All right, man, he ain't calling up. All right, somebody else call up. Phone line is open. Phone line is open, is open, is open. Phone line is open. I can't believe this man literally called up here and said, hey, man, you be calling me names, man. You're not finna be calling me names, man. You be calling me names. I can't believe he actually called up and said that. Oh, man, wait till I clip that. That shit is going to be funny, bro. Listen, it's the 29th, bro, and you might have made the top 5 goofiest of the year. That's crazy how you came in 2 days left in the year and you might make the top 5 goofiest calls of the year. Damn, you came in at the last minute with it, too. Imagine calling a man and being like, hey, man, why you calling me out? Why you calling me names, man? You just said I was poor. Why you calling me names? Oh, let me see if I can run that back. Let me see if I can run that back. I can run that back because I could, hold on. We got to run that back. What was the time stamp on that? That nigga said, hey, man, why you just calling me poor? We got to run that back. What was the time? I want you to poo-poo, did you? Because ain't no nigga do. This goofy motherfucker right here. If he saw me in the street, hold on.
AI channel. All right. This is an AI.
He said, let him call up. No problem. Here we go. Here we go. Let me turn on the call. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go back and read some of these comments, too. Here we go. I love this shit. This is a guy that says, Mark, listen to what he's saying. And the content is out there. Like, I don't understand these guys that are just so poor, bro. Like, stop with this poor shit, bro. You're poor, bro. You're a poor person. And this happens in every niche on social media. You always have. It's just me. I just talk shit back to these motherfuckers. And then I open up the lines. What we're going to do is we're going to open up the line and we're going to drop the link. Because I fuck with the troll back. But you know what we notice about trolls? They never call. Is this the troll? I only want to talk to the troll. Are you the troll?
I've been trucking for 15 years.
Hold on.
I ain't never seen you on a truck. I ain't never seen you on a truck.
Hold on. Hold on a second. I gotta get ready for this. Hold on, because this is gonna be funny. I think my chick just caught you watching too. Hold on, I gotta change my background real quick. I fucked it up. Give me a second, y'all. My background. Because I gotta clip it. So I gotta make sure everything right. Give me a second. Be patient. Because I want to laugh too. Shit. I want to give me a laugh. Oh, this nigga calling in real life now. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, what up?
Am I online?
Yeah, who this?
Bro, I'm trying to talk to you without being online. Can I do that? Is there a number to get you?
What you mean you want to talk to me without being online? I don't understand what you mean by that.
No, I'm saying, like, is there a way I can have a discussion with you without being live?
Yeah, but what you want to talk about? We can
trucking, bro. Business, trucking.
Why you don't want to be on the live?
I mean, it's just my preference right now, bro. I mean, you know.
All right, so you got three options.
You
can hear them?
Yeah, sure.
We can talk now. You can come into Discord, or you it's gonna cost you though. Or you can pay a nice.
I have no problem with the cost
for one-on-one. So you can now for free.
Bro, it's my preference. I'm not about. It's not about.
That's fine.
That's okay.
Go to my website.
Yeah.
Go to my website and just book the one-on-one, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Hold on. All right, let's hold on. Okay, I got my background. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Let me take this off. So let's see some. See, this is Buddy ass in the chat.
I've been seeing you on a truck. You're not gonna disrespect me on your show.
Hold on,
you're not gonna disrespect me. I've been trucking for 15 years.
Hey, listen, Chop.
I've been trucking for 15 years. I never seen you on a truck.
He been trucking for 15 years. He never seen me on a truck. So what? I was supposed to like run into you somewhere or some shit? Like just run into you in passing or some shit? Like I'm just supposed to like run into you one day, like one day just be like, yo, that's the dude who I'm gonna have a conversation with 5 years from now or 10 years from now or 3 years from now. Hey, what's up, buddy? You the guy that's gonna call into the show December 29th, 2025. So make sure you remember me in the truck right now so that when you call up, you won't say this shit. But because I got a crystal ball and I'm supposed to know, and you know, we just happened to come and pass, and you know, I drove this route so that you could see me. Because you've been driving 15 years, so I just got to make sure I drove this road so you could see me in the truck. I want you to see me, okay? Because you've been driving 15 years. Now, you 425 area code, I don't know what city and city that is, but I just made sure I came this way so that you could see me. Joe goof ass out my motherfucking live, nigga.
You gonna call yourself a mentor talking about you trucking and stuff. I'd never seen you. in a truck.
All right, so can I talk?
And then you disrespecting me. You call me.
Or you gonna talk and hang up?
You call me names on the last show.
What
I let that slide.
Listen, this nigga been watching me because every time he come in my chat to disrupt, I get on his ass. And you can hear the hurt in him. Because really, I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to kick it with y'all, man. Really, these niggas that do this, they really be fans. They just don't know how to just be cool and sit there. They really look up to Big Mark. He really a fan. You can hear it. I'm not trying to crack jokes right now. I'm being serious. Everything I love, I'm being serious right now. You can hear it in them. You hear the hurt. You hear the voice cracking. Listen, man, you calling me names.
Call yourself a mentor, talking about you trucking and stuff. I'd never seen you in a truck.
All right, so can I talk?
And then you disrespecting me.
Or you gonna talk and hang up?
You call me names on the last show.
Yeah, he had to get it. You call me names on the last show. So what it is because when he come, he really look up to Big Mark. But he one of them niggas that like to troll in the chat, but he really look up. So because you could tell he probably troll other channels too, and they probably just block him and shit, because they probably middle Americans and shit. So he thought he was going to get that same type of shit. But then Big Mark seen something. Big Mark got on that with him. Big Mark got to talking shit. And it was different than what he was accustomed to. And I was getting the best of him. And I continue to get the best of him. And that shit hurt because he really look up to me. So it's like, here's the guy that you watch every day that you look up to, that you fucking with because you think it's fun, because you probably like 29, 30, and I'm 45. I don't got time to play these crackhead ass games with you. So when I get back on that with you, you get hurt because you really like me. And you ain't expecting this. So now it's hurt because one of your favorite is jaying down on you. And I called you poor. And I think I really got you the last time. I really cut you up the last time. And then you get it's like you're disappointed. And you hear it in your voice. So let me tell you this. Nigga, I don't know you. I don't know you in real life, nigga. I don't really give a fuck about how you feel. You dig what I'm saying? And when you come over here, you disrupt shit, it may be a day where I may just feel like getting on that with you. And clearly the last time and today, I felt like it's Christmas, it's New Year's. I saw you. I waited to get the content part out. And I said, we're going to have some fun with Buddy. I knew we was going to have fun with you. Because only emotional person would do what you're doing. You prove my point. You're emotional. You hear it, bro. Listen, you hear it. Like, I would never call somebody and say, man, why are you calling me names? Why you calling me names, man? I'm in the chat. You calling me names. Shut your
I let that slide. You call me names on the last show, and then you calling me poor on this one. But like I said,
see, I'm laughing at you. You can call me names all you want. Nigga, so? Nigga, I don't know you. This why you been trucking 15 years. This why you emotional. This why you soft. This is why you worried about AI. You worried about me talking about AI. Why you talk about AI, nigga? You don't control me. I talk about what I want to talk about.
I've never seen you on a truck.
Hold on. What I call you on the
This is an AI channel. This is an AI channel. And I'm using this platform to tell all the people in the chat to not be brainwashed by this man. AI is taking over the truck company. All this stuff that he's talking about is outdated information.
Okay, I know who you are now. This man is so enamored with artificial intelligence taking over trucking. And he wants me to talk like this. All this guy, he just keeps bothering me for the longest about, man, talk about AI, and I won't do it. Dude, you're poor, bro. You're poor. You're going to remain poor. You're going to stay poor, bro. You're a poor individual. And I'm telling you you're poor because you're poor, but I'm also telling you you're poor because I know it hurts your feelings. Don't fuck with a motherfucker who is, you're poor. You're poor, bro. You're a poor person. And then when AI takes your job, you're going to even be poor. You want me to talk about AI because you know I'm going to give you the real sauce. I get it. You want me to really tell what it is because you know with me, you know it ain't going to be watered down. You're going to get the real deal. I get it. If AI was something that was very, very important to talk about right now, I would talk about it. But it's not. Stop playing GTA, fucking Call of Duty, Fortnite. Stop playing these games. You're in VR land somewhere. You're in La La Land, bro. You're tweaking. You're in La La Land, and that's why you're poor. Okay? Now, sit your ass there, sit your black ass down, fold your hands, shut the fuck up, and learn you something, and stop worrying about this AI shit, nigga. Stop coming in my chat talking about this AI shit, all right? Or I'm gonna keep hurting your feelings. Sit your black ass in the corner. Matter of fact, take your ass in the corner somewhere and face the wall, nigga. Don't say nothing. Take your ass in the corner and face the wall. This nigga said this is an AI channel. This is nigga, this ain't AI, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? You see this? You see this? Does this look like a fucking green screen to you, punk motherfucker? Does this look like a fucking green screen? Goofball, Jamal? It's fucking retard, bro. Does this look like a green screen, you stupid motherfucker? AI channel. Everything is AI with this fucking guy, bro. See the TV back here? That's not AI. This is real. Everything is real. Bro. Buttons are real. Shit is real. You can touch. It's real, bro. Plants are real. The whole everything's real, bro. Okay? All right. Jesus Christ, bro. This man was call up mad, bro, because I won't talk about AI. It's fucking crazy, bro. Then he's scared. He's scared to call back up. He hung up, rage quit. What the fuck is wrong with this?
This man is a YouTube industry plant.
Shut up. He said I'm a YouTube industry plant. Who's the he said Western Express, right? What's Western Express's number? Hold on. Let's call Western Express. You ain't gonna overtalk me, sucker. You talking about you poor. Hold on. Nigga, you in? Call Western Express. Western Express. Western Express. Western Express. All right, let's call him. Just call him. Fucking cocksucker. 1-800 316 7160 160. All right, let's call Western Express. Let's see if I'm on the payroll. Here we go.
This call will be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Western Express, this is Quinn. How can I help?
Hi, who handles the online influencers?
I'm sorry, but we don't have a specific department for handling online influencers.
Do you have one?
Could you please provide more? I'm not sure about the specifics regarding online influencers at Western Express. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, that's it for today. Thanks.
Have a great day.
Bye. Oh. Let's see if they got another department. Hold on. Let's see here. Western Express Marketing Department. Let's see here. We got to find out because they owe me some money then. I need my money, bro. I need my coins. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Abby Sanders is the head of the, she's the marketing coordinator for Western Express. Let's see what Abby talking about. Let me see if I can get a number on Abby Sanders. Abby Sanders. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by. Maybe I should call back and ask for Abby. Abby Sanders. Western Express. Let's see. All right, here we go. Would I be bogus? Because she gonna be like, how'd you get this number? Do I want to do this? Do I want to just randomly call her, man? You know, I'm gonna leave her alone. I'm gonna leave her alone. Abby Sanders. Where's Buddy at? Is he still in the chat? Pippi, you didn't block him, did you? Did you block Pippi? You didn't block him, did you? Is he still there? Did Pippi block him? I don't see him no more yet. Pippi blocked him. All right, no more fun, guys. Pippi blocked him, so. Oh, no. No, she didn't. Mark, explain how automated trucks are not better for the industry. Yeah, bro, this guy's a fucking loser, bro. I gotta stop entertaining these losers, man, but it just be so fun, bro. This is fun. I have to get my enjoyment out of it, bro. Because Western Express ain't paying me, so I gotta get my enjoyment out of it. He said Western Express is supposed to have been paying me. I'm trying to call back and figure out where my money at. Shit. Western Express. All right, line is open, bro. We done dealing with Buddy ass. Line is open. If anybody want to talk, I'm gonna give it 5 minutes, man, and I'm gone. We wasted a lot of time with the crank from earlier, man. That nigga's a crank, bro. He's a crank, bro. And this is why, even if a big company did want to really sponsor the channel, they got these fucking, like, if I read you this contract that I got, bro, I would have had to clean up my act. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not cleaning it up, bro. I'm not cleaning it up, bro. When motherfuckers come in here, if I feel like it, I don't want to be held to, well, Mark, you know, you represent our brand now. We cut you this check for the channel and you represent our brand, so you can't be crashing out on poor people like that. We saw you crash out on Bach. 2 clips. His real channel was 2 clips. Well, that's another one of his fake channels. We saw you crash out on him, and it was warranted. It made absolutely no sense. Obviously, we wouldn't be in business with you if what he was saying was valid. But Mark, come on now. You're the voice. You're the voice. You gotta, if we're gonna cut you this check, you gotta be corporate. So you mean I can't hit my button no more?
This Chicago, nigga.
No, Mark.
Nigga.
No, you can't hit that button anymore. You can't hit that button because that N-word is not, it's just not corporate. What about this button?
Froze.
Will I be able to hit that button? No, Mark. You can't hit that.
Froze.
You can't hit that button because, come on, Mark. You know you can't hit that button. There's a group of people that are going to be highly upset, and we have a lot of shareholders. You can't hit the button no more. Damn. So Big Mark. Now, listen, for 3.5 years, I've been a lot of things, and I've dispelled them all. First, they said I was never in trucking. Proved that wrong. Then they said, well, what did he say? Okay, first they said I never was in trucking. Proved that wrong. No, first they said I didn't have a truck. Proved that wrong. Never was in trucking. Proved that wrong. Then he said trust fund. Somebody said I was a trust fund. My mom and daddy both still alive. My daddy ain't got shit. So prove that wrong. I wish the fuck I was. Prove that wrong. What else? Heard I was a big time dope dealer. I ain't never sold a drug a day in my life. I can't prove that wrong. It's just you got to take my word for it. But what else I heard? Oh man, I heard so many things, man. People just keep trying to find things. Every time I dispel something, they just come up with something else. Now I'm a plant. Now I'm an industry plant. I'm funded by Western Express. This shit is just crazy, bro. I've never talked about Western Express a day in my life. I don't even have a CDL. I talk box truck shit and cargo van shit. I talk final mile and I talk moving. I talk rates. I talk cost per mile. I don't talk anything that has anything to do with Western Express. He's a poor trucker who can't win in trucking. He's a poor trucker who can't win in trucking. He's poor. I've been trucking for 15 years. For 15 years. It's poor, bro. You already know I'm trying to bait him. You already know it. Hold on, we're going to watch it one more time before I get out of here. One more time. Then I'm gone, because ain't nobody gone. He ruined people calling up. The one guy want to talk private and shit. Hold on. We're going to play it. We're going to play it one more time. Just to come on here, because solution that you absolutely.
This is
never call talk shit back to these motherfuckers. And there we go. Here we go. One more time for the road. This is crazy. And I open up the lines. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the line and we're gonna drop the link. Cause I fuck with the troll back. But you know what we notice about trolls? They never call. Is this the troll? I only want to talk to the troll. Are you the troll?
I've been trucking for 15 years.
Hold on.
I ain't never seen you on a truck. I ain't never seen you on a truck.
Hold on.
I ain't never seen you on a truck. You're not going to disrespect me on your show.
Hold on.
You're not going to disrespect me. I've been trucking for 15 years.
Hey, listen, child.
I've been trucking for 15 years. I never seen you on a truck. How you going to?
Y'all hear his voice? He a middle American, bro. Middle American. First of all, why are you pitting yourself against another man? See, now I gotta pull out
Fruits.
I gotta
Fruits.
Why are you pitting yourself against another man? Like, what is it to you? Let's say I wasn't. Imagine I wasn't. In all honesty, what does that matter to you? Like, what does that matter to you to the point where you're gonna call up as angry as you are? For what?
Fruits.
Call yourself a mentor, talking about you trucking and stuff. I'd never seen you in a truck.
call yourself a mentor when you talking about trucking and stuff, and I never seen you in a truck. That's more
Fruits.
activity. We don't concern ourselves with other people do. If you come across some shit and you rock with it, rock with it. If you don't, keep it pushing. But let's address that, because this gets under a lot of people's skin, a lot of poor people's skin. Only in our culture. Do you get looked down upon once you make it out of the trenches? Once you make it out, you're frowned upon. That's only in our culture. When you look at other cultures and you look at people from other industries that have done something successfully and they've moved on and they do consulting or they do mentorship, like my mom, she's retired and she still mentors young educators. The relationship she has with younger teachers that were under her when she was at the school she was at, they still reach out. She has experience. When you see people in other industries, security, education, just whatever, it's only in our culture when you make it out the trenches, you got niggas that want to pull you back down because they still in the trenches. So they say sit like the NWU, you sitting on a soapbox. But here's the thing. The whole purpose of them coming into the industry or starting a business is to do what you've done. But it's not okay when you do it. But when they do it, it's fine. So in our culture, you look down upon. This is why he's in the situation he's in. This is why he's got his mindset is fucked up. This is why he always gonna be where he at. Where he at, he gonna always be there. He ain't gonna never grow. When I look at white people who master something and they consult, white people don't look at them like, yo, you ain't out here with us no more. They don't look at it like that. It's only us. I've seen it and I've gotten it from other content creators, and then I get it from poor niggas like him. But you know what's strange? I outlast all of them. Wonder why. One, I don't worry about shit that ain't got shit to do with me. Two, I was raised, my mom always said, just show a motherfucker. You show a motherfucker better than you can tell him. So I just continue to show you. Information is information, right? The information that I have is from experience. Only a fool would think otherwise. You don't get the information that I have, the level of information I have, the experience I have, without experience, right? Only a poor nigga like that nigga thinks like that. That's a poor mentality. That's why I call him poor. See, he think I'm calling him poor financially. No, you got a poor mindset. Your mindset poor. We already know you poor financially. I don't have to talk about your finances. Your mind poor, you financially poor. A person that's financially up, that got motion, don't act the way you act. A person who's not financially stable but has the right mindset is going to consume valuable information, take it in their back pocket, go back, check it, make sure it's valid, make sure it's credible, and then go out and test it in the marketplace. This is why you where you at. We're gonna break down this dumb nigga shit. Then I'm gonna get out of here. All right, so can I talk? I showed you grace. I let you rant, and I said, can I talk? I'm asking you, can I talk? I'm on chat because I'm not worried about what you got to say. See, the difference between me and a lot of other people that's in the content creation space, when they get trolls, they block you. I invite you up because everything with me is valid, solidified. So it's nothing you gonna say that I'm worried about. That's why I just let you rant. And then I say, yo, can I talk? I don't have to over talk you. I don't have to do the bravado thing because I'm not concerned. That's why I can sit back, let you say what you're gonna say, not worry about it, and then ask you, yo, can I talk now? On my own show. I don't have to do the bravado thing. That's what hoes do. That's some bitchy shit. You dig what I'm saying? But hold on, let's continue.
You call me names on the last show. I let that slide.
Man, who is this calling from the crib? Who this calling from the crib, yo? Who this? Who that?
Who this calling from the crib, yo? Who this?
Who this?
Yo, what's going on, man? This Peyton, bro. This Mark the Mentor.
Yeah, what up?
Not much, man. I seen you was live or whatever, man. I had a couple questions, bro. I've been watching your content for about a couple weeks now, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And you feel me? You re-sparked the idea of me trying to get back into, getting a box truck business instead of doing that, but going the cargo van business route and then scaling up. You know what I mean?
Where you from?
I'm from Chicago, bro.
What side?
Shit, south side, the burbs, really. South side.
South suburbs?
Yep, Harvey, Dalton, yeah.
All right. What you want to know?
Man, I really want to know, bro, like how, if I just want this to be my main thing, bro, if I want to get you feel me, the Ford Transit 250 high roof, I already seen some that's close by, man. They close by, bro. It's one out west and everything. But back to the point, man, what could I expect?
What you mean growth, what you can expect?
Weekly or a monthly thing, bro? Like, what could I expect when you just jumping in, bro?
What you trying to do? Go over the road or stay local?
Yeah. I can go over the road or regional, man. Cause I ain't got to stay local, bro. I don't got nothing to keep me here,
That all depends, bro. You're going to have to do expedited. I mean, I know people that's doing about 4 a week expedited, but they running. They ain't slacking. They stay over the road for weeks and months at a time. And they, the hours of service that the box truck guys running, they not running that. They don't have that restriction. So they running to make that type of money in a cargo van. So
look, if I found a cargo van that's 20,000, about how soon? All right, a guy like that's running like that, you feel me, over the road, months on end like that. All right, cool, I could do that. But how soon could one recoup a 20,000? If I just seen one, nice mileage, about 20,000, how fast could I recoup?
Depend on you. That depend on the gross you got coming in, your costs, and how much you gonna delay your gratification. So obviously your gross got to be up there, $4,000 or $5,000 a week, right? You're gonna have expenses that's coming out of that, right? All right. So then with the expenses that's coming out, what you want your expenses to be low as possible, so you can net more, and then how much you reinvest back into the business. So reinvestment back, the more you reinvest, the better it is, or the more aggressive you can pay the van off, which means you're gonna have to delay your gratification from a personal aspect. So for instance, let me just give you an example. How old are you?
25.
All right. You got kids?
No kids.
All right. You stay at home or you got your own spot?
Yeah, man, I just have to move back. You know, I moved back home, bro. You know, I have to make it make sense. I was in school for the majority of this year, man. So you think I'm still at home right now, man, trying to get my ducks on the road before I get back up.
So perfect. So now you don't have shit that other people gotta have. You won't have expenses that a lot of other people that try to come in here got. You ain't got no kids, so you ain't gonna have no baby mama bugging you about sending money back to the crib. You ain't got no apartment. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you helping out at the crib, but if your OG allow you to,
most definitely.
You say you are?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right. So if you helping out, it's not as much as it would be if you was on your own. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
So you can invest a large portion of your money back into the business because you living on the road. So, you know, that money can go back to aggressively paying off because you ain't coming home no way. You living in the van. Right? So you ain't got kids, you ain't got no girl, you ain't got the expenses of paying an apartment. You know, I don't know if you got a car note or not, but you in a good position to aggressively reinvest money back into the business.
How soon did you you? How soon did you scale, man? When you like first got started, man? Like from your time when you got one van to you got like, you know, 2 or 3.
So, bro, I started in 2010, which is a different time period, bro. I'm 20 years older than you. So back when I started, it was way different than it is now. So I started in moving before I got into Final Mile, and I took 2 trucks. Well, not 2 trucks, about 2 years to get to the second and third truck. And then from there, I just kept growing, you know, so. First year was pretty much learning the craft. And once I realized that, you know, the phone kept ringing is when the light bulb popped in. But I had to build up the business to the point where the phone was ringing like that. And that took some time. It took about a year. A little over a year and a half.
Okay.
Scaling now and what you trying to do is different. I started in moving, and then we started a Final Mile company. So moving and Final Mile running simultaneously is different than what you trying to do OTR. So when you talking about scaling in a van and OTR, you got to sell that to a person who is applying. Yo, I need you to go over the van. I need you to sleep in the back of this van on a little bitty cot or a little bitty pallet mattress. You know what a pallet mattress is?
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, like a little pallet, like when you in the county, you know what I'm saying? You got to sleep on that. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what you sleeping on when you on 111th. You know what I'm saying? You sitting on 111th. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is in the back of the van. All right. So that's how you to scale in that. This is how you selling it to a person. A person got to want to be over the road and sleep in the back of the van for weeks on end. Versus me saying, all right, come do this heavy lifting, but you get a chance to go home every night.
Right.
So, and then we in a time period now where you just got to understand, I mean, you live here. Man, you know motherfuckers don't want to work. So now you got to get people to come. Not only do people not want to work, you got to come get them. Yeah, I need you to be away from your family. I need you to be away from your baby mama. I need you to be away from your chick. So scaling is possible, but you need people to scale.
For sure, man. You know, the first thing come to mind, man, you know, I got a little cousin. I'm the oldest, bro, out of everybody. So, like, I got little cousins, you know, like, that are definitely, you know, that, like, need opportunity, man. You know, like, I was, you know, I see they hungry or whatever, man. But, you know, it's getting them the right or better opportunities. You feel what I mean?
Family, the worst people to work with, bro. I tell people that. They go out and do it anyway, and they come back and be like, yeah, man, you was right. Worst people to work with. Because they respect you, but they don't respect you like that because you family. Like I told this story before, but you new to the channel. I had a cousin. He hit somebody coming out of alley up north. He didn't think nobody saw him. Somebody saw him. They left a note on the car. They filed the insurance. The insurance obviously had to make a police report. They got their insurance, obviously running the plates, whatever, however they did. The police, they knew what my insurance was. They contacted my insurance. They contacted me. Now, it's my cousin. You know, I treated him different than I treated everybody else. Nigga, you family. It was right before Christmas. I took his check to pay the deductible G. He had earned like $800 that far. So far that pay period. He needed that money. It was right before Christmas, but I got a business to run. You know better. You family. He went and told the rest of the family. Then the cousin now most closest with came calling me, man, you know he got a daughter. It's Christmas, cuz, 100 cousins. And I'm like, well, you know, I got a business to run, bro. Like, he know better than that. And I'm like, what you think I'm supposed to do? Man, give him, just pay him. Well, what about the deductible? Cuz, come on, you got it. So just because I got it, I'm supposed to, you know, like what? He's supposed to be my cousin. Why he just didn't come to me and tell me he hit somebody? You see what I'm saying? Why he just didn't get? I've had people who ain't my family that have done. I've had a motherfucker tear down a whole awning. I had a guy that hit a goddamn it, a active military person. He was in his personal car, but he was in uniform. So when they got into the accident, Illinois State Police pull up. Whose side you think State Police took? You got a commercial box truck that's wrapped, and then you got a serviceman who's in full uniform. He in his personal car, but he's still in uniform. And then you got the state trooper.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But these situations, these people were transparent. They called, they explained it. They knew they was going to get an earful. This is my cousin. Man, your family, the worst people to work with, bro. I got other stories about family members working for me too. It's just, they just the worst, bro. Like,
that's crazy to hear, man, because, you know, like, that's like my whole fire. And, like, even trying to, you know?
Yeah.
Like, me, of course, I definitely want to eat, man, and I definitely want to upgrade. Like, man, like, I've been having my Class C license since about 2022, bro. About 22, man. And, you feel me? I was working with doing White Glove Home Depot. He got a box truck. He got a reefer. He got a reefer van. He got a reefer truck, box truck. I can't even drive it because, you know, it's over the 26,000 pounds or whatever, man. Because you got the reefer attachment on it. So, and I was just helping doing that with White Glove. You know, got my license, hopped in the tow truck. You feel me? And I was tow trucking for a good minute, bro. A good minute, you know. But I just wanted to. It's more out here, bro. That's a commission-based job too. So, you know, when
who you was driving the tow truck for? CJ?
ENR.
Oh, you was with ENR out in Markham.
Yeah. You know, they got the whole city though, bro. You know,
yeah, they
got
contracts for the city and the state. Yeah.
But see, like, it ain't enough. It's cool, man. It was alright, bro, but it ain't enough. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm trying to. It's commission based, man. So the city cool and it's calm right now. You know, summertime be the best time for, you know, tow trucking and everything because you know how it get. But man, bro, you know, I just need something better. You know, this already been in the back of my head, bro. You feel me? I need to know if I need authority to like take freight or take loads like DHT load board and stuff like that. If I want to use that with my van, do I need authority or like, you know, I know I need insurance to show, but like what else I need, bro?
Yeah, a lot of these guys just running freight, they not under the compliance of a box truck. If I was you, I would get it. You know what I'm saying? You can come into the Discord and talk to like D Jenkins and Shark. They run that OTR expedited, so they can give you more insight as far as like selectors and dispatchers and shit like that. So they can give you more insight as far as OTR from experience because they run it. I've never ran OTR expedited, man, so I can't really give you the experience shit. But yeah, you're gonna have to run off a load board. I think D Jenkins got an MC. They got MCs. So you don't have to run under the hours of service like a box truck. So you're not under that compliance. You ain't got to stop at weigh stations and shit like that.
Right, yeah, that's decent. That's decent.
So you can run away. I know D Jenkins be running 20 and 30 hours at times. I don't recommend it. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest with you. But if that's what you want to do, bro, like I would talk to them and they'll give you all the information you need from the experience, from the dispatchers that they use, down to radiuses to run to be successful.
Oh yeah, I need that. I need the dispatchers for sure. Shit, that was gonna be one of my next questions for real. When I hit your Discord earlier, bro, I was there's a paywall. It's 3 different classes, 3 different tiers, right? So which tier would be the best for, like, you know, what I need to do, who I need to talk to?
You just need the cheapest one, and then just reach out to those people, D Jenkins and Shark World, and just tell them you interested in running expedited OTR, and or when you see me jump into one of them chat rooms, just come in there and then just remind me who you are, and then I'll give you a formal meet. Cause I ain't gonna lie, D Jenkins, you know, he running. So you got to catch him when you catch him. I know he's helped some people out. I know this guy Rob, he helped out because that guy was a plumber. He was a commercial plumber down in Atlanta, and for the life of me, he wanted to come into OTR expedite, and I just didn't understand why. But he came into the Discord. You know, I got him going as far as the business is concerned. For about a month, we talked, and he quit plumbing. He bought his van cash, and Shark and D Jenkins hooked him up with the dispatchers and shit, and he been running strong ever since, like 4,000-5,000 a week. So,
what's the difference between just OTR and, you know, OTR expedite that you mentioned?
OTR expedite, same things, expedited. When a van, you just run expedite. That's what I'm saying. That's why, because they in a van and they not having to deal with the compliance like a box truck, they can run expedited. Yeah. Where like D Jenkins ran a load, he drove for 32 hours straight one time. A box truck wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It would take, obviously a box truck can only drive so long because they got the hours of service. Mm-hmm. D Jenkins just took that shit straight there. Okay. That's why it's called expediting.
Okay, what's the difference between that one and last mile? What is there a difference?
Last mile is what you was doing. Last mile is what you was doing for Home Depot. Last mile is the last stop. The last miles that go straight to the customer. It
makes sense. So they was all so close. They was all so close to the warehouse. We pick up, we, you know, boop, 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 them little stops.
Who running that for? You was doing that for XPO?
I don't know, man. That was on people. He got a dispatcher, man. And he was trying to put me on, man.
Where was y'all picking up at? In Bolingbrook?
Yeah, it was out there. Yeah, it was Bolingbrook. Yeah. Yep. All the way out there, man. He must have made a call. We was on the road, man. He made a call. I was like 21 at the time. That's why I was so high. He made a call trying to see how much it was, you know, to put me on insurance and everything, man. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Right now. So yeah, man. Hey, man. Last one before I get off there, bro. You could you recommend any good trucking schools? You know, I mentioned I'm trying to upgrade my license, man. I ain't got nothing but a Class C right now. If I wanted to go grab, hey, man, could you recommend anybody, bro? Because the one I'm looking at, those.
You paying cash?
It depends on how much it is, man.
That shit high last I heard. I know Progressive was charging like $7, and I think 160 Progressive out there in Lansing. I think they was a little bit cheaper. I think they was like 69, 7, and then 160 right there on 75th, right between right off of well, actually 160 they got they yard is in Harvey, but the classroom I think their classroom is off 75th. The yard is in Harvey. Last time I checked, they wanted $7, but it might be cheaper now. It might be cheaper.
I found one for $4. out
Yeah,
here
it's
in
probably
Dallas, it's called.
last time I was hearing rates was during the pandemic, so it's probably cheaper now. It's probably cheaper now. Rates probably went back down.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be 4. Last time I heard rates get thrown because one of my workers was going to get his CDL after I retired. It was like 7, and back in 2022 it was like 7,000. So it might have retraced.
Bro, yeah. Look like it. Because the one I found was that. But it just started February, man. I'm trying to, I can't be sitting on my hands, but I'm trying to make some shape. But it's all good, though.
But yeah, if you want to go get your CDL, go get your CDL and just be a company driver.
And man, my homie was doing that for a minute, man. It's like they don't really get paid too.
That's because they probably not. They not. Listen, I'm in the city with you, bro. Well, I'm in the city. You out in the burbs, but you ain't far. I got homies that drive here, bro. I ain't gonna get into specifics. It's the company you drive for, and it's who you know and what lane. Like I got homies that's making $3,000 a week, and they local.
Damn.
That's what I'm telling you. My best friend. I ain't gonna get into specifics, but one of my best friends, like, listen, they making money, bro. They making money, bro. Like you in Chicago, bro. This a freight hub, bro. We number 1 for intermodal. So I'm gonna just leave you with that. A lot of people, they just don't know how to get in where they fit in, right? And they just not part of the right network. So my best friend worked for one of the largest trucking companies. And that nigga make about 3 a week. I ain't bullshitting you.
And he got to be doing semis. He driving semis.
Drive a semi. Yeah. He local. He local. Yeah. Home every day.
How you feel about dump trucks, man?
Dump trucks in Chicago, man, the mob got that shit. They always had it, bro. There's some Mexicans, some Mexicans that's getting into that shit, but they plug too. It's hard for us to get that shit, The mob still got a stronghold on that, and then a lot of the subcontractors going out to the Mexicans because we don't have the resources to get that the capital that's needed to get that up and going. We don't really have it, bro. So that's why you don't see a lot of black owned companies like that. You see mostly white guys and Hispanics.
You ain't lying, bro.
So when it comes to this market, I know inside and out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to start a dump truck, you can, but you need the contracts. Then you got to bid. And now I'm because I didn't said it before on the stream, but I know my chick watching, so I can't. She's gonna get mad at me. If you do the dump truck shit, you gotta be plugged because you need the.
Yeah, I was only looking at that route, man, just because I know how saturated box trucks be, man. Box trucks really that's really the goal, the dream. I'm gonna start small with this cargo van. No problem, it's all good. But at the end, though, I was looking, okay, everybody ain't talking about box trucks how everybody talking about. Everybody not talking about dump trucks how they talking about box trucks. That's why I was just looking at that lane like, okay, a little smooth, thinking it was gonna be smooth, get a little intel.
But the box truck is easier to enter. See, that's why ain't nobody talking about it? Because if they go look at it, they see the barrier to entry. Even if you got the money, the truck ain't doing nothing. You live in where we live, this shit is control, bro. We live in the number 1 segregated place in the country, but those types of contracts, when it comes to construction, the mob is still alive and well, bro. It's just not it's not out in the open as it was before your time. You only 25. Like in the 80s and the 90s, you could see it, right? Like what you see on TV when you watch like Goodfellas and shit like that. So you could see the Chicago outfit. You could be driving down Harlem through Elmwood, and you could see it. You could be in Rosemont, you can be in Melrose Park, and you can see it. You could be on goddammit, Grand and Halsted, right there, and you would see it. You would see them sitting outside drinking their little tea at the at their social clubs and shit. You can't see it no more, but it's still alive and well, and they still have a stronghold on the construction industry here in Chicago, and that's why you don't see it. So you can have the money to buy a dump truck, but shit, if you can't get a contract with the state, you can't get a contract with the city, you can't get a contract with the toll road. And my chick work in compliance for the tolls. So I hear the calls, bro. I don't hear black people. Even the primaries, the primes, these are all old white people that are plugged. The state has something that they need, but they got so much bread. They talk cocky. They talk cocky to the state. I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, man, you compliance, and these people, and then they the prime, and they outsource. This is when you see the Hispanics come in, Guerrero and Sons and shit like that. Why? Because I'm giving you the game. The white Italian motherfuckers, the boomers, the early Gen Xers, they kids don't want to do this work. So you see more of a Hispanic presence as far as actually doing the work. Because if the Italian motherfuckers' kids want to do the work, you would just see more white motherfuckers. But they kids don't want to do this work. So they still the primes, they get the contract, they the prime, but they sub out to the Hispanics.
Wow.
But in order to get those contracts, you got to be plugged. Not only do you have to be plugged, you have to have infrastructure. The dump truck ain't enough. The state, the toll, they might need 10 of them bitches, 15 of them bitches. And then you have to have the money to float that shit because they not paying you every week. And then they might hold your payment for some shit. But you still got to pay the subs.
All right.
So when a lot of people look at government contracts, on the line, they get sold this dream. Then you say what you say. I don't see a lot of. It's the reason why. The barrier to entry is here. It's not down here like a box truck. The insurance on a construction contract, pulling a dump truck into a construction site is different than a box truck. The networking is different than a box truck. You can go into XPO as long as you got the insurance and shit like that, your articles of incorporation, shit like that. Fill out the application. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna put you on. To get these contracts, man, you gotta be plugged, beyond plugged in the city of Chicago, state of Illinois. And you're gonna need it. So, but don't let me deter you. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and look into it. But you're gonna have to have a hell of a network. You have to have some plugs. You're gonna have to, put some money into some war chest. You did. You're gonna have to start rubbing shoulders with political figures, all that type of shit, bro. Yeah, towing is easy here. Box trucking is easy. Trucking is easy, but construction is different. It's a different ball, bro.
And it definitely was, man. I was in a union. I was in a motherfucking roofers union before I even thought about getting my license together and all that, man. So yeah, I know how it get. I know how it go.
Yeah. So you gotta that lane, you gotta be plugged. I still haven't seen a black I'm 45, bro. You see black construction companies on a small scale, but have you ever seen a black construction company on the Bishop Ford?
Nah.
Dan Ryan?
Nah, you don't see that.
You don't see it. And we 30% of the population in the city. Mexicans are 30%. So that tells you something, bro.
Yeah. Put a perspective a little bit. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get through that paywall later on today, man. Hit the ATM, you feel me? Get in there, bro. Get in that Discord, man. Who was them 2 names I need to talk to, man?
D Jenkins and Shark World.
Jenkins and Shark World. Gotcha. Okay. All right, man. I'm Peyton, man. Hey, thanks for having me on, bro. It was nice talking to you, bro. Appreciate the game and all that, man.
What's your name again?
I'm Peyton, bro.
Peyton? All right, bro.
Yes, sir. All right.
This is why we can't have people like who was that guy earlier? We can't have trolls, man, because you kind of, it's people that really want the information, and then we got trolls like the guy from earlier, just a deterrent. We can't. Let me see. Oh, you saying I got feedback? Oh no, you talking about the other guy earlier? Yeah, he turned the TV down. And that's why I don't really talk about the government shit like that, because when you talk about government shit, like when you hear these guys sell these guys dream about government contracts online, I know what it really is, especially in my market. That's why I don't talk about it, because I'm not going to get nobody's hopes up. They think a government contract is simple. No, it's not. The best case, the best case scenario for most people is a sub, not a prime. Because in order to be a prime, you got to have resources. And I know the resources, what's needed from trucking, dealing with the state. I hear the calls almost every day. So I eavesdrop. I know most people ain't got that. To be a prime, maybe a sub, but even as a sub, if I'm a prime, I get a contract for a year that may be $1 million, let's say $2 million contract with the state. Let's say $1 million just to make the math easy, and it's a 1-year contract with the state. I have to have resources. I'm the prime. I'm not going to do any work. I'm outsourcing to subs. I got to have the resources to take care of the subs. I'm dealing the back end shit with the state. They holding compliance, and there's due diligence that they're overseeing to make sure that, boom, I got some minorities out here, whatever because this is Illinois, so you got to have some women, you got to have some minorities. Like this is part of what's, it comes, and then they come out and make sure that the ratio is right and da. But you got to have those resources. Most people don't have the resources to ensure the subs are going to be taken care of while I'm waiting for my bread on the back end. One little compliance slip up, man, they holding the money. I hear it all the time. And disputes. If it's a dispute with a sub, they contact, man, the state holding the money. Because now they have to mediate the shit. That's why when I hear people saying this shit, I just let them, bro. I don't even deal with the shit, bro. Because it's going to get people. I let the other content creators gas these guys' heads up with that shit. I know what it takes for a government contract. I see you, Casino Baby. I seen you when the other troll was in here. I seen you earlier. What up? All right, man. Hopefully, dude ass from earlier, here go the poll. I'm gonna end the poll. 42% start now. 43% said start small scale area, which is pretty much the same thing. 12% say they on the fence. 3% said they wait for rates to rise. Those 3% are crazy. But 10-4. All right. Casino Baby Shark, what's up, man? You wanna pick up where the other buddy left off, or what you want to do? Because I didn't really get like that with you, because I know you a real supporter. The other dude is something wrong with him mentally. He's mental. That's another thing about this content shit. You're gonna have weirdos, bro, and the weirdos are weird to me, bro. I don't understand it, bro. Just don't understand. I don't understand weirdos, bro. Yeah, what's up, John, man? You got to call up. You ain't called up yet. Let's see. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything pertinent. Oh yeah, I saw that at the end once I ended the live stream the other day. Your boy probably gonna get sued. He gonna get sued if he had 2 people. I think what you say, 2 people were deceased. He gonna get sued. If he don't get sued by both, one of them gonna sue him. Hell yeah. Anybody that loses someone, especially to a business, is gonna sue that business. And more so if the dude was at fault. If he was at fault, they definitely gonna sue. They gonna have to sue. That's what the insurance is for. They're gonna sue for the maximum on the policy, and then they're going to, because the maximum is going to be $1 million, right? And then obviously $1 million isn't enough to satisfy a person, right, for loss of life. That's where the lawyer's gonna come in. They're gonna go above and beyond that $1 million. So hopefully his shit was in order. But this is the conversation. This is why I said was always my fear of a driver hitting somebody. It was always my fear. Yeah. So you said the driver and the other driver had something in, but the person was deceased. The box truck driver, your buddy, unalived the other person in the accident, right? His driver and the other truck, his driver hit. So his driver was deceased. Okay, so this is probably what's going to happen. I don't even want to say I hope it doesn't happen, because I'm putting myself in a situation. If your buddy owns the company, his driver and the other driver collided, and both drivers deceased, your homie whose company is, more than likely his family is going to sue your buddy. The party of the car that got into it with the box truck, they're going to sue your buddy as well, because it's his company, right? If your buddy lived, then I guess you could countersue the other party. You probably can countersue the other party, but you weren't there. But I'm for sure his family, your buddy's employee, his family is probably going to sue. And the other people are going to sue too. So it looked like he's going to have a couple lawsuits. The other truck was parked on the side. His driver fell. Oh yeah, they're going to sue. So the other party definitely going to sue. Now, how his driver fell asleep, that all is going to depend on his family sue, because let's say this is where compliance is going to come in. Was he running within compliance? Was your buddy overworking them? Like his books, everything got to be intact. Everything got to be intact. And I hope he ain't no LLC. I hope he ain't no LLC. Oh, Lord have mercy. I hope he ain't no LLC. I hope he ain't no LLC. And I ain't trying to be funny neither. I just, man, like, this is what I would tell your buddy. Get prepared. He needs to mentally just get prepared. It ain't going to happen right away. More than likely, it's going to happen a few months down the line. Just tell him to get prepared. Get prepared mentally, right? What he going to have to do is once they start coming in, they're going to hit his insurance first. And then whatever they can get out the insurance, then they're gonna go for everything that the insurance don't cover. Now, him having two people come at the same time, right? That's gonna be, man. Just tell him to be ready. Just tell him to start getting himself mentally prepared. The biggest fear that I've always said that scared me was a driver hitting and unaliving somebody and floor damage. Like, I wouldn't wish this on nobody. Tell your buddy, like, man, my prayers is with him. Because I already know he ain't even got a lawsuit yet. And I bet you he's like a nervous wreck. One, because of just the situation that happened. You lost a driver. He fell asleep. So that's already at fault. So, and then somebody else was unalived in the situation, which was due to his driver falling asleep. So tell your buddy, see if the insurance is going to provide him with a legal team. And then tell him he needs consulting now. He needs consulting now. If they're not going to provide him with a legal team because the lawsuits haven't came yet, he may want to get consultation now outside. I wouldn't wait. He needs to talk to somebody. He needs to talk to somebody. Said he was incorporated, but YouTube mentors told him to switch to LLC. LLC is okay, but it's easier to pierce the corporate veil of an LLC in comparison to a corporation. You got employees. Like I like this whole incorporated LLC thing. This is a battle that, you know, we've had it on the channel. I know, you know, people got their feelings and shit. I've always been incorporated. Why? Because I'm an employee. I don't want shit to do with shit. And this is why I know motherfuckers don't. And not make fun of niggas like back earlier. You can tell motherfuckers don't own shit because when you own shit, a person that owns shit is going to do anything and everything to indemnify themselves from any and all liability. So they're going to put layers around them. Motherfucker who don't own shit ain't worried about shit. When you own shit, you're going to go out your way. Oh, Mark, man, you know you're going to get, man, we don't give a fuck about the tax, all that goofy shit motherfuckers talking about. We own property. We own assets. We're going to indemnify ourselves to protect ourselves because you sue me. I mean, I'm being honest. I'm telling you, Zone, everything I love. God forbid, and I hope this don't never happen, but I don't want to put nobody else in this example, so I'm going to put myself in this example. Some shit like that happen to me, I'm coming for everything you got. If it's a loved one, somebody that's near and dear to my heart, I don't have to mention who. Y'all just use your imagination. Ain't nothing stopping me from coming through everything that you got because I can't replace the old lady. I can't replace my brother. Your 1 million ain't enough to satisfy me. It's not enough. I want everything. I want everything you got. And if I find out you got an LLC, we gonna pierce that corporate veil. I'm coming for everything. If you got a boat, you got a house, I'm putting liens on everything. I'm coming for it all. And because that shit ain't still gonna be enough to satisfy my loss. So right now, I'm just ornery, I'm angry, and this is what I'm gonna do. And I'm putting you in a mind frame of somebody else that's probably in that situation right now. Ain't gonna just take or file on the insurance. What is the insurance? What does the insurance cover? Oh, well, $1 million and they got this in medical and this in case of death. They're gonna look for every loophole, every angle. The right lawyers are gonna look for every angle. The right lawyers, why? The more they win, the more they get. They getting a third of the ticket. If I can get 10 million, why would I only go for one? I'd rather get 3.3 million than 333,000. I know if I was a lawyer, I'm going to do, in a situation like this, I'm going to do everything in my power. Why? Because I'm getting a third. We looking for every weak spot. I'm being incentivized to do so. Like user said, limited liability. Why would you? I don't listen, bro. And that's why you got guys like Back. I'm gonna keep calling Back out because he's poor. Poor people do shit like that. Poor people think poor. When you own some shit, you're not gonna think poor. You're gonna do things to protect yourself. Well, Mark, I don't want to do all this. I don't want to pay like Lou Jackson. I don't want to pay the taxes. Man, I pay taxes. I'm an employee. I don't own shit. I'm just a shareholder. I don't want shit to do with shit. I'm just a shareholder. I'm the president. I'm an employee. I get a paycheck every week just like everybody else. It says my paycheck is higher than everybody else's. You come for the company, cool. Know why? I'm just an employee. The company comes, something happened, some unforeseen thing. The company has to dissolve because let's say this situation happened. Mark walks away clean. My properties are protected. My assets are protected. I don't have to worry about anything because I'm just an employee. Whatever the company owns, they can have it. The trucks, they can have it. The whatever, if it's a property, they can have it. Stock portfolio, they can have it. If there's cars that the company owns, they can have it. The assets, the equipment, they can have all of that to satisfy whatever it is. Cool. We can accept that. What we can't accept is when something like that happens, God forbid, and you get a motherfucker that's just good and they looking for loopholes and they piercing the corporate veil. And they pierced the corporate veil, so now they already drained the company from whatever little they had, but you got a home, you got a boat, you got an investment property, you got a stock portfolio, whatever assets you got, they coming for it to satisfy that suit. So I'm my prayers is with your buddy, bro. So he probably having a hard time sleeping. So if he got 10 semi trucks, ain't shit he can do right now. He just gotta. Man, he need to talk to a lawyer, bro. He need to talk to a lawyer. I don't think he can do anything now because that would be like I forget what they call it when you prepping for a pending lawsuit. So you start to move assets out of, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's why he need to talk to a lawyer. I would go through the insurance first to see if the insurance would cover it, but they're probably not gonna search for lawyers until the actual suit comes. So he might just still want to pay for a consultation with a lawyer just so that he don't do anything that he shouldn't be doing and see what he can do now that won't, that may help him down the line just in case. So 10 trucks, bro, he should definitely be incorporated. 10 trucks, definitely incorporated. 10 semis, incorporated, bro. I just don't understand, bro. Like, he got assets on top of assets. If he got 10 semi trucks, I can only imagine what type of assets he has personally. He's definitely a homeowner. I can say that confidently. He probably owns multiple homes. I can say that confidently. A person who's running that type of operation, why would he still be why would he be an LLC? Some YouTube guy he was watching convinced him to switch to LLC from INC. What is crazy talking about garnished wages? What are you talking about garnished wages, bro? This ain't no child support court we talking about. What are you talking about garnished wages, bro? This is they come and putting liens on shit, bro. What are you talking about? See, you talking that poor shit. That's poor talk. That's poor talk, Crazy. Now, Crazy, you've been good, but I think you should stay out this conversation. This is some big money. This is a big money conversation. This is a big boss conversation. You talking about garnish. We talking about liens. So, you ain't talking about no garnishing. That's a poor conversation. You talking about child support court type shit. We not talking that type of talk. We talking this big boss shit, bro. You said he has a 60 unit apartment. See, I told you. See, you can tell a lot. That's why I said I know he got property. 10 semi-trucks, he got a 60 unit building. So here's what happens, because I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. No one alive, but my lawsuit from the guy Floyd that worked for me was for 20 grand. 20 grand, that's it. I've told the story before in the story time. I told it, I think, when Sage interviewed me. I've told it a couple times over the years. So I'm not finna tell it now. It was 20 grand, and they went through extreme lengths to seek assets. It was trying to figure out everything I own for 20 fucking grand. So what I'm saying is there was no loss of life. This is 20 grand. And they was going crazy. So I can only imagine 2 lives lost. After it was all said and done with me, I wasn't on the lawsuit. Everybody that was involved in the accident was on the lawsuit. My company was named. The driver was named. The other driver was named. The guy who sued, the guy he was in the truck with was one of the guys that referred him to me. This is what I'm telling you. He sued him, the other lady, and my company. He couldn't name me. I'm an employee. It's a corporation. Now, if they could, they would. They're crazy. You can't, you got to just sit back and chill on this conversation. You got to chill on this conversation. This is one of the ones where you just zip it, you throw away the key, and you just keep your ears open and you listen. Because then you'll say some shit like garnish wages and shit like that, bro. We garnish wages, bro. These motherfuckers trying to take buildings. You talking about garnish wages. Like, that's poor shit, bro. Stop talking like the guy from earlier, bro. Come on, Crazy. You've been doing good, man. You've been doing good, Crazy. You got to know when to speak and know when to zip it. Throw away the key. Throw away the key. We don't talk poor talk on this channel. You think his investment company's under trust? Perfect. Smart. Smart. As long as they ain't under his personal name. Smart. That's smart. Very smart. Very smart. Well, sound like his investments outside of the trucking are done right. Hopefully the home he lives in is set up properly as well. Just, I would consult with a lawyer, bro. I'm hoping the best for him, So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. I think his house is under his wife and him. Well, see how that go, man. Hopefully it all depends on if they sue him and who they hire. Not everybody is. You got some good, really, really, really good lawyers who know how to maneuver, and you got some guys that they call off the commercial from the radio. Injury attorney, call 1-800 injured now. Them types of guys. So you got those types of guys, who we call like ambulance chasing type guys. They going for those quick hitter quitters that they can just get. If they can get a bunch of quick hitter quitters, that money adds up. And then you got guys like who I talk about, like Goldberg, that's going to spend time. They're going to invest money into it. It's going to be up front if they take the case, because they only going to take a case that they know they're going to win, but they're going to take the time. He's going to invest the time and the hours into it up front because they're going in for a win. They know what they can get. They know how much they can get, right? Because they're looking for a third. Because Goldberg still want to drive Rolls Royces. Goldberg got $5,000 tailor-made suits. Every time Goldberg come to court, he in a $5,000 suit. Cut. He ain't shopping off the rack. So you got two types of lawyers. You got a lawyer that's shopping off the rack, and then you got a guy like Goldberg. He coming in, 5,000 tailored pinstripe, cufflinks, diamonds in the cufflinks. He come in, everybody trying to get a glimpse of him. The prosecutor, the defense people, the goddamn judge, the bailiffs, the court reporter, the other lawyers as he's walking, that type of lawyer. A superstar. That motherfucker, he coming, you get a motherfucker like that. You get a motherfucker like that, it's a wrap. It's over with. It's a wrap. Because he ain't going to take it unless he know he going to win it. So, yeah, man. So, I hope the best for him, bro. All right. I'm going to close up the line today. I'm going to close it up. I'm gonna close up the line, man. Man, we got to do better out here, man. Trolls got to do better. Like, y'all can't be in y'all feelings. You can't troll and be soft about it. All right? If you're going to troll, make sure you got some tough skin. All right? So because you the only troll right now. I defeated all my other trolls. My other trolls, they got tired. You just coming in with this AI. So I'm going to tell you this back on my outro. Find you something else to do, because this ain't for you. This ain't for you. You too weak. You got feelings in your heart and shit. You too soft for this. So go find like somebody else to go play with. You probably win over there, but not over here, bro. Stop wasting your time with me. I had to let a driver go because he petty sued someone else and asked me to give him a fraudulent check stub. Yeah, them types of guys, you got to let go because they'll come for you next on some petty shit. My lawsuit was on some petty shit. Well, nothing happened to him. It was just, he was an opportunist. And that's what I'm saying. You're going to have opportunists out here. So, yeah, it was a good thing you did. That guy was an opportunist, and you let him go because it was only a matter of time. He probably was going to look for anything. If he would have got into any fender bender, he definitely would have sued you. A little fender bender, he would have sued you. Checking out from Big Seattle. Yeah, it's kind of gloomy here too, man. It's snowing today. We got a little Seattle over us today in Chicago. A little Seattle, a little gloom and some snow. A little gloom and some snow. You dig? But okay. Are you going to do a 3PL contractor list before the year end? I did one. It's in the Discord. It's a PDF in the Discord, and I got one on my website for the people that's not in the Discord. I got a 25 list one, and then I got one with 150 national and regional. 150 3PLs and brokers that'll work with new contractors. I got that on my website. Then I got a 25 list. I think it's like $5. It's cheap. And then I got it. If you're a part of the Discord, it's in one of them channels where you can download it for free. If you're a member of the Discord. Am I coming into the Discord? Maybe later on, man. I gotta return some phone calls right now and get ready for the gym. I might come in there a little later when I'm in the gym. Yeah, but man, appreciate everybody. I kind of figured this week and next week is when traffic starts to pick back up. I think we had like 100 people in here for a while. Traffic picks back up end of the year, like the last week of the year, and then January, because you start getting all the new people who are looking to come in during tax season. So that's why Vera activity, like I said, was going to pick back up like I knew it would. And we'll probably, the rest of the week, we'll probably just do, I don't know, some year-end review shit, maybe kick it, entertain some trolls. I don't know. It's the end of the year. New Year's Eve is Friday or Thursday, whenever it is. So we'll probably take it light the rest of the week. But I'll be here. I'm even going to probably stream on New Year's Day. We said 5 days. We mean 5 days. So. Can I link you somebody who does for 5? What? Go in the box truck channel in the Discord. Go in the box truck channel in the Discord. And then just do it at everyone and ask your question. Do it at everyone. Can you get somebody to pick my brain? I did an AMA last week. The thing is, when I do them AMAs, I be thinking people gonna come and ask like other things, but I just get the same shit. So I don't know, bro. Like I get the same shit. So I just answer the same questions. I really want to like have I want to have a conversation with a troll, like a real conversation with one that don't get in their feelings, that don't get emotional, like the guy who called up earlier. It's just, man, these trolls be so weak to me, bro. They be so weak, bro. I just be exposing these trolls, bro. Because they really don't got nothing to do with me no more. They tried everything and they just can't beat me. They can't beat me. Told you. Can't beat me, bro. That shit crazy to me, bro. Can't beat Big Mark. I know you want to. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna tell you now, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I done outlasted you. Mark, you would make a good troll. I only troll when the trolls troll. If the trolls don't troll, then I don't troll back. Listen, and this man called up here in his feelings because I called him a name, bro. I can't. Listen, you know how many people I call names in real life? Like, and they don't get offended? Like, this man is on the internet. Man, you call me a name and you call me poor. You're not going to disrespect me. Yo, I don't even know you, bro. I can't believe that. This is why I'm proving to y'all how people is really soft out here. Like, there's a lot of soft people that's in trucking. Don't be a soft person that's in trucking. That nigga was soft as hell, boy. Man, you're not gonna call me names. You call me poor. I'm not. Where's my?
You called me names on the last show,
are you?
And then you calling me poor on this one.
Man, what? Nigga just did this nigga just pay to join my Discord and trolling in the Discord? Is this nigga just paid? See how goofy this shit is? The nigga in my Discord, I think. So he paid to come troll. See how goofy I would never do no shit like that. I would never pay to troll. This is the obsession shit that I be talking about. Let me see if this goofball Jamal. Is this goofball Jamal? Hold on, where this motherfucker at? I just saw a bunch of. Give me 1 second. Did I just see somebody? Hold on. Where was this shit at? Hold on. Give me 1 second. I just seen some shit come up about AI. A bunch of notifications about AI. 1 second. Cargo box truck. Oh, no. That's a real person. I think. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Fucking hand, bro. Oh, no, this person paid. Whoever Benja is, if you watching, when did you join? Because I got to give you a whatchamacallit. You a part of the elite, so I got to talk to you today for sure. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Stand by. He a part of the elite. Give me 1 second. Server settings. Ooh. Let me see. Rose. No, my bad. Elite hustle. No, you ain't. Okay. So she's asking about AI in the Discord. Let's see if this is the troll. If he's a troll, bro, we gonna let you pay the troll. Cool. We ain't tripping. See, we ain't tripping. We not petty. We not gonna. If you want to come and pay. Like, I just, if that's you, it just show how goofy you is. If that's you, let me see if this is a real person. Let me see. 1 second. Open. Let's see. Boom. Move it. Anybody using any AI tools to boot jobs or handle? Let's see. Let's see. Put the join link in the browser. You never beat me in a debate. I never lost a debate, period. Especially not to a troll. How can I lose to a troll? Listen, you know where trolls work? And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go for real. A troll can work like on a channel where it's like entertaining, like Red Pill. Like when you look at guys like Myron and you look at guys like Angry Man, like, or let's say like channels that are real, or like Candace Owens, channels, Nick Shirley, Cam Higby. So I'm gonna name black creators and white creators. When you look at people like Red Pill, conservative shit, Myron Gaines, Nick Shirley, Cam Higby, Red Pill, Angry Man, Fatty, Anton Daniels, who else? I'm just thinking. Like conservative, and then Red Pill. Trolling works there. Why? Because for Red Pill, you got men that got an opinion, you got women that got an opinion, right? You got men that have an opinion about women, you got women that have an opinion about men. Some people get offended because you're dealing with something that's kind of more emotionally driven, whereas this is business. This shouldn't be driven off emotion. So I understand why you get that shit over there. entertainment. You watch somebody like Academics. He's giving his critique on things that are happening in popular culture. He may say something about Kendrick Lamar. You may be a Drake fan. He may say something that's incorrect purposely because he's more of a Drake fan than a Kendrick Lamar fan. Then we can understand why. In business, it's different. The only time I think it's credible or valid when you do that, and I don't even think it should be from a troll perspective, it should be from a disagreement perspective that should turn into a debate, is when someone says something, you just disagree with it, and then you argue your point and you come with facts to substantiate why you have a difference of opinion versus the other person. So when the person comes over and they say, oh, you ain't never been trucking. Okay. One way or the other, whether you have or you haven't, if information is information and it's credible and it's valid and it's useful, what's the difference? So that's when it becomes hate. For whatever reason, a person is, mad because someone else beat them. They're still doing it. Someone else has done it and beat them and they can't figure it out. So they get upset. Or you have individuals that get mad because once you're done, you can't talk about it. Like silly shit like that, bro. So it only becomes hate at that point. Because if you don't have an argument, a difference of opinion, or if it's a topic and you disagree with it and you can't argue why you disagree with something that was said and then substantiate and validate it with facts, then this is hate. When you come up and say, yo, you won't talk about AI and all this dumb shit, and to me that's just dumb nigga shit. It's like dumb middle American nigga shit. And that's why I call Buddy poor. And notice when I called him poor, you heard him come up. That hurt his heart. You know why it hurt his heart? Because it's true. Because if it wasn't, that shit would have flew right over his head. He would have never said that shit. It wouldn't have affected him the way it did. The reason why I called him poor is because I know he's poor because of the shit he's doing. Because only a poor person would do that shit. I'm out.